Hey everybody, it's Adam at Proper Royals. Thank you for joining me today. My good friends Josue and Ball Python Love invited me to come on to their nightly show. Man, how cool. They dedicated the whole show to topics that we wanted to talk about. They kept me on for about 3 hours. I wanted to share the show with you and share the video with you. It's unedited. It was live. It's three guys hanging out into reptiles and ball pythons. If you're watching with your family tonight, there is some smoking and drinking content and some language that, like I say, it's just a late night hangout with some guys. Check out Josue's Exotics. Check out Ball Python Love. They're both putting out great content. They do this show every single night, 7 days a week. They flip-flop back and forth between their two channels. Let's start the show.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the live stream. I'm Josue from Josue's Exotics, and I got my boy BPL, Ball Python Love. He's my co-host and one of my main boys on the live stream. And tonight we got a special guest for you guys. We got Adam from Proper Royals. So go ahead and give him a little intro.
Hey, thank you all very, very much for having me, man. We were just talking off camera, and I was telling the guys how cool it is. I see them grinding every night. I'm no expert. I'm no huge YouTube guy. They were cool enough to open the door and invite a little portion of the screen for me to occupy. So I'm here to have a good time. Hopefully I learned something too, and we'll just geek out over the stuff that we're all into, man. I thank you all so much for having me. It's really cool.
For sure.
No, hell yeah. Like it's a real good pleasure to have you up here, man, and meet somebody and hang out with them and have them, hopefully we can lead you to some other channels as well that'll show you the same love and, vice versa, You put out content, they put out content,
Yeah, I really appreciate it, and y'all have been cool. And I've been watching Josue a little longer than BPL, but it's really cool. I was really pumped when I saw you get over 1,000, and now you're up, almost to 1,500, 1,300 something?
Yeah, 1,300. We're going to be there pretty soon. So
yeah, man. No, it's cool to see, and it's cool to see you guys walking the walk, man. It's one thing that, people leave little chats of us, support each other and all that, and here you guys are doing this for a guy like me, so it's really cool.
Heck yeah, man. Let's see who we got in the chat. We got Patrick's Reptiles. We got CSL. We got Cold Blooded Monstars. We got Marcus Luke. Let's see, Moon Over Miami. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the live stream, guys. We got 9 people in the chat right now, and we got 9 thumbs up. So appreciate you guys. So nice. If you just tuned in, make sure you hit that like button down below. And like I said, we got Proper Royals on the live stream tonight. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you go to his channel right now and subscribe to him. He's a real cool guy with a lot of cool snakes, and he does a lot of cool videos. So make sure you guys go check him out for real.
Thank you.
We got Brother D in the chat.
Make sure you guys share the shit out. What's up, Derek?
Yeah, so
Oprah 2.0.
Dude, he's hilarious. Like you have to, you probably, I think you've seen him, like, if you watched like 2 nights ago, yeah, he was on there.
No, Derek gets the big names, man. I gotta admit, I mean, he backs up the promos that he cuts. That's pretty cool, man. I've been seeing it.
And really, like, Derek is the one that brought me to the whole reptile community, because if it wasn't for Derek, like, I wouldn't have met BPL. Like, we wouldn't even be doing this right now.
Yeah.
So, nope.
Big shout out to Big D. Let's see. So let's start out with this. So tell us a little bit about yourself. So what do you do? Like, what do you make your videos on, like, here on YouTube?
Yeah. So thank you. The theme of the channel is like the family hobby, going from a family hobby to some kind of family business. I'm not saying the family business. I'm not saying we're, going to retire and change the world of ball pythons, but I got a 9-year-old son. I'm married. It was early in the pandemic, and I'd had ball pythons when I was in college. And we got our son a bearded dragon for the Christmas right before the pandemic started, And honestly, I got kind of jealous. I was like, man, I miss my snakes, man. I'm going to go get a snake. And you know how that goes, man. You get one and you get back into it, and then we go on lockdown. And in everyday life, I run restaurants, so it's been a horrendous year and a half for my industry and for our heads and all of that. So the ball pythons were really just kind of a safe place for me. As far as the channel content, I do everything from care tips, things. I try and I'll frame it as things that work for me, not this is the way, I'm the expert, blah blah blah. It's here's what works for me. Me and BPL were talking offline earlier. Different things work for different people, and it comes down to the best way that you could take care of your animals, and hopefully you get fulfillment while they're being taken care of. So I do that, talk about the different genes, and then I stray a little bit into some business stuff. I've been pretty good with money in my life, and I try and share some of that, but it's kind of funny. I share those on some of the Facebook groups, and they're like, this isn't about ball pythons. I'm like, what kind of is, man? This ain't cheap. Like, you got to figure out how you're going to get by on what you got. And if you can do it and save some money, then yeah. So, but that's the channel. There's, I do at least one video a week. In the pandemic, I was doing 3, and then I had to get back to work. But another cool thing is that 1 week from today, I'm done with my job. I'm moving. I'm leaving. I'm getting out of restaurants. 25 years, I'm getting out of restaurants. I've had enough.
You're moving?
Moving, yeah. I'm in Western North Carolina right now in the mountains, and I'm going back to Jacksonville, Florida, which is my long-time home. 10 years ago, I moved from Jacksonville. Time to move the family back to suburbia, have kids and playgrounds and, family sleepovers. We live in the middle of nowhere, man. There's no kids. There's no neighborhood. There's no nothing, man. So it's time to pack up and
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. So that's going to be the content for the next, 3 months. I got to build a new snake room I got to convert a garage into a snake room, temperature control it, get my animals there. I know you're waiting on eggs. I got to pray that eggs don't come before I get to Jacksonville. It's a mess, man.
Heck yeah. You're not even that far from me then. I didn't realize you're in North Carolina because I'm right in Georgia, right down the road.
Okay, I thought you were in Columbia, or I saw you went to the Columbia Repticon, so I figured you were close there. Yeah.
I mean, Columbia is just 2 hours away from here. So yeah, I'm not far.
Yeah, I'm 2 hours from Columbia coming my way. So I'm like 30 minutes. I'm straight across the border from Spartanburg.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, one of the questions Josue has on there, and I really kind of want to get into it because Adam said something already about it, is I live feed. I feed my animals live. You feed frozen.
Yeah.
Like you said, though, it's what works best for you. I have tried frozen thawed. I understand it's a lot safer and all that.
So for me,
my snakes have to eat, though. If at the end of the day, I chose to buy my reptile. It sucks to see a rodent go like that, but
right.
I didn't buy something to watch it die.
No, and I would not encourage holding out. You'll feel better about that. Not that you don't feel good. You should feel fine. But I've got one female. I'll show her to you in a little bit. She will not eat anything but a live mouse. I have to drive every week. I drive 26 stinking miles to go buy 3 live mice, turn around and drive 26 miles back.
She won't take rats?
She won't take rats, and she damn sure won't take a frozen anything. Not a frozen mouse, not a frozen rat. So I get where you're coming from, but for me, getting... So
I kind of had the same problem, to be honest with you. With my normal, when I first got her, all I was able at the time was to get mice. Well, now that I'm breeding them, she wouldn't take rats. Of course, I got a scale. I take, her weight and all that once a week, but she wasn't really dropping many grams. So eventually, one day, once a week, I'll still throw a little, rat she could take easily, get her, and eventually she took. Now she's on rats. I'm not saying, just, you got a scale. I know you probably do. So, just where, what I'm saying, if that's what you have to do, but that might be a way to also transition her to go to frozen thawed rats for you if that's what you get normally.
Yeah, when I get to a city, to living in Jacksonville, where I can go around the corner and get a live rat or a live mouse, like right now, if I try and get a rat and she doesn't take it, that's 50 miles on the truck. That's not an afternoon, but it just, I'm like, you know what, let me just keep the status quo right now and keep everything going. But yeah, late summer, that's going to be a big goal, is getting her really just on the same consistent program. To me, it's not really even as much about any ethics or anything else. It's about convenience and what works for me on a steady, consistent basis for me again.
Yeah, conveniency is definitely a thing. Because I mean, the reason why because I would feed live, but we only have one pet store in a little small town where I'm from, and it's Petco, and but so many people around having reptiles, they'll tell you the days they have them shipped in, and I will go there on Thursdays and they'll be gone by the time I get there. So it's kind of hard, and then their freezer is always broken, so they don't even have frozen thaws. So my only choice is I got to buy them online and get them shipped to the house.
Right.
So I mean, that's the main reason. Then of course, stockpiling food and stuff. But if you got a readily available source, I mean, whatever your animal will take, man, if that's all he'll eat, that's just all he'll eat.
Yep.
So,
I got that one, and she just, that's it, man. That's it. Sorry, BPL, I talked over you there.
No, you're good, dude. No, you're totally fine, man. I appreciate you, showing up tonight and being up here.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice to have our first guest on the show, or second guest actually on the show. So yeah.
No, pleasure to be here.
Let's see. So we talked about our frozen thawed and live feedings. So here's another good question. So how old were you when you first realized you like reptiles? And this goes out to both of you.
I think, I don't know, man.
7 years old for me.
Well, yeah. Tell your starter story then.
I saw a lizard one day, and then I just fell in love with reptiles. Led to a garter snake. Reptiles are awesome, man.
Yeah.
Ever since I was a kid, I was like, sweet.
Yeah, I liked them. I grew up playing out in the woods and all that, and building forts with the other kids in the neighborhood. But we were never allowed to have a pet. I never had a pet growing up, and I remember I got $20 or something for a birthday. I must have been, actually, I was probably 9 or 10, and I bought a turtle, but my dad didn't know that I bought a turtle. So then my dad was like, what the hell do we do with this turtle? And I was like, well, we're going to keep it. And then we did, and then I moved, and I gave the turtle away. But then when I got to college, my whole room was fish and reptiles, man. I had ball pythons, I had corn snakes, I had leopard geckos. I don't know if y'all are into fish or not. There's a fish called an arowana. It looks like a kind of an eel. It's like an Asian. Yeah, man. I had a big 75-gallon tank with an arowana in it, and we would just throw goldfish in, and he would pummel them and all that,
Yeah, those arowanas are pretty cool. Heck yeah.
They just get too big, man. They're too much of a project.
I think Clint's Reptiles, he made a video recently about the arowana. I don't know if you watch him or not, but yeah, Clint's Reptiles definitely made one.
Yeah, I had the South American version that's a little more squiggly, and then the Asian ones, oh man, that's the same big, actually there's big money black markets for huge arowanas on there in that world.
So here's a question, because I've said this before on my channel. My wife was so against, she was so afraid of reptiles, especially snakes. So it took Daisy, my normal, to break her of that. You know what I'm saying? And she just fell in love, and then one thing led to another. And she's, once again, I've said it before. She's has the majority everything that I have in my collection. She's pretty much chosen. So. That was my biggest thing, though. That's what was holding me back for years of having reptiles, was the wife. See, I don't know if you had the same issue.
No, so I've been married. My wife and I've been together 10 years now. But before then, man, I always joke I was a work mercenary, man. You pay me, I'd go, man. I was moving every 3-4 months in a restaurant business. Hey, we need you to go open this store. We need you to go fix that store. I was in Alabama. I was all over Florida. So I couldn't really have any pets and roots really. And then I met my wife and settled down. But she loves animals and I love animals. And yeah, she's totally cool with the snakes. Her 2 rules are, Adam, you got to clean them, and don't you get anything that can eat one of our dogs. And that's it. So she's cool with it. Yeah.
Well, me, like, I just recently got into the whole hobby, like, probably 2 years ago, because, like, finishing up school, I took, like, a herpetology class, and I figured, because I had a phobia of reptiles and all, and I figured maybe this would help me get through it, and while taking the class, I messed around and bought a ball python, because I wanted to really get over my fear, and then next thing you know, now I got Lord knows how many more animals sitting around.
I was going to say, take us through your collection. You got all kinds of stuff, man.
And it's
or just talk us through
it. Up with it. Because like you can't really see the tank that way. I got the red-eyed tree frog in this one. The one that's across that way, I got like 2 leopard frogs. Then I got like 2 garter snakes, 2 ball pythons, 2 white tree frogs. 3 white tree frogs now. I got a 3rd one. I got the Puebloan milk snake, the red-tailed boa constrictor.
That's a beautiful animal. I saw it the other night, man. A really good-looking snake.
He's getting better because, like, that's another thing. Don't order from underground reptiles. Like, I mean, some people have a lot of luck with them, but whenever I got him and I seen he had a scab on his head, like, I didn't really care for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I still have the sheds, like, where his scab came off, too, so just as
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. But, let's see, what else?
How many, like, tanks you running, would you say?
Oh, good Lord. I probably have at least about 10 or 15 of them.
Dang, yeah.
I still got more animals than that. Like, I got dart frog. Crap. I got that rattlesnake now, the pygmy rattlesnake.
All right. Man, like, to me, that's like over the not over the line. That for you, for me personally, I couldn't do that, man. Where'd you get the rattlesnake, or what the hell do you do with a rattlesnake, man?
Yeah, so when I went to Repticon in Columbia, South Carolina, I was down there. That's the whole reason why I went down there. My buddy Venom Wonderful, one of the other guys in our community, we meet up and we hang out and stuff. And he told me about the event, and I went down there, and he was going to go pick up a snake as well. That's all he likes is the venomous stuff.
Uh-huh.
And it's something that I kind of want to get into, just to, it definitely is going to help my channel out with the videos because it's going to be give you that wow factor.
Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah, but then with me, like, wanting to be like an actual like person with wildlife conservation, and I plan on like moving to Florida and like catching like pythons.
I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured why not have start training with doing some venomous training and stuff like that, just in case I encounter something out in the wild.
All right, to be honest, like, not that there's a good or a bad explanation, but that's a really thoughtful explanation versus just like I want to freak people out with a damn rattlesnake because I'm sure it does.
And then, like, on top of that, like, because my whole channel is really just about animal conservation and just spreading knowledge and education about people to the whole world about all of reptiles. Mm-hmm. And, especially the venomous ones, because those are the ones that get looked at the worst.
Yeah.
So, of course, yes, it is venomous and could kill you. But at the same time, I'm not handling this animal, and I work with them with tools and stuff, then I stay at a safe distance, that you can still do stuff with them. Because there's a lot of like endangered species, like our eastern diamondback rattlesnake, where people go out and kill and stuff. And if I can show people, and maybe even start breeding those snakes and get them back into the wild and help in those areas.
Yeah. Oh man, what a killer mission! That's awesome, man. Really, yeah, very cool. So like, all right, and now maybe you can't say like it. Is it legal? Not that we're going to out anybody or anything, but is it legal to own rattlesnakes, or what stipulations you have to worry about there, or handling or transporting?
See, and that was one of my other questions I had up here. And it's this one right here. Because I was going to ask you that. What are the laws on reptiles in your country and state? Because this could probably be a whole conversation about this. Like in Georgia, the laws are you can't keep any non-venomous native species of snakes. So that includes like garter snake,
Really? Okay.
water snakes, and stuff like anything that's non-venomous. You can't keep that lives here in Georgia, basically. And for as far as non-venomous, what Venom Wonderful was telling me was they wrote it like this for a reason. So the law states that you can. Well, how's it? It's phrased funny. It says that. Oh, basically, yeah, just what I said. You can't keep any native non-venomous species. So in that clause, it doesn't recommend. You know what I mean? It doesn't say that you can't keep any native venomous species.
Right.
But you can't have any non-native venomous species. So if it doesn't live here in Georgia, you can't have it if it's venomous. So you can have rattlesnakes and stuff, but the reason why they wrote that because they want the public to still be able to go out and kill these snakes if they're on your property and stuff for protection reasons. That way you wouldn't have any trouble with fish and wildlife.
Huh. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I don't know much on the laws other than strictly ball python related. So like Florida just passed a law outlawing 10 reptiles, Burmese pythons and retics actually as well, in Florida. And I was like, man, I'm gonna have to do something else or figure something else out if either the snakes or us in Florida or whatever. But ball pythons are still fine in Florida and not outlawed. They really don't thrive under 70 degrees, and all of Florida will get under 70. It won't freeze, but it'll get under 70. So knock on wood, hopefully they chill out on some of that. And clearly, to your point, Josue, the Burmese in the Everglades, I mean, that's a disaster, man. It is. I love snakes, but that's a disaster. So I get it.
What about you, BPL? Like, what are the laws over there in Nevada? I said it right this time.
Yes, Nevada. I could have a tiger, a giraffe. I could have a lion. I could have alligator. I have a bunch of cool shit. I could even have sharks. But I can't have rattlesnakes unless it's local, like to the state, native to the state. And that's it. Pretty much. I could have a camel. I was thinking about getting a camel.
That'd be great. So another thing I got to bring up, because I've been trying to spread awareness for this too. If you don't know, Kevin from Nerd just put out like an Instagram video about this, and this is where I learned about it, because you're probably not going to hear it. So South Carolina, right below you and right above me, they just passed a law recently, and well, I wouldn't even say they passed the law. They amended a law and changed it for reptiles specifically. So as you know, I just went to that reptile convention up there in Columbia, South Carolina, and and that's one of the biggest venomous shows in that whole area. Mm-hmm. And South Carolina was a real good state if you want to be a reptile person, because you can physically get just about anything that you wanted. And they didn't have too many laws against it. But now they amended that law, and now you can't have any non-native venomous species of snakes. And the people that already, have those animals in their house, everyone is a felony charge. And if you don't either get out of the state or get rid of your animals, they're going to be coming at you.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, selfishly, I'm hoping ball pythons are much lower down their list or survive longer. But I mean, for guys like you, what do you do? Or even guys like me, I got a wife and a son. Like, I want my snakes, but I'm not going to risk 16 felony charges. I can't do that. That's not what a dad and a husband does. You don't do that. So, I hope that doesn't come my way.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. So, I mean, it starts there whenever you take away people's rights, and where does it end? Like, that's the real question.
Yeah, and I don't want to go too far down that because we could go in all sorts of directions on that.
Yeah.
Iron Dog says it's still up for vote on Tuesday. And that comment right below there.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and the U.S. ARC, that's a real good thing. They help to fight against, like, animal rights and all that stuff, too.
Yeah, it's a very good lobby. Yep.
So, heck yeah. But that's a real controversial topic, especially with people with keeping those guys. But, yeah, we'll move on from that. We covered that pretty well. So, let's see. We talked about that. Talked about this one. So here's a good question. So for both of you guys, like, what are some future reptiles you think about getting? You just gonna branch out with ball pythons, or what do you want to do?
See, so I'll go. I can't say, dude. I told you that. And next one was not, and I'm still not going to say it. Yeah, I told you that night if you remember, but if you don't, I sent it. You know, I can't say.
We're building suspense though, BPL. We got to build suspense.
Definitely though, something new, and then of course more ball pythons for sure.
Now, for me, I mean, I don't know. We might do like a one-off of something of a, a turtle here or a frog or something. But it's ball pythons and like, excuse me, man. I had a couple beer in me burp here. Maybe we talk a little bit later once we start breaking out some snakes. So I've got certain paths and projects I want to go down and chase after. But honestly, it's not all that exciting. I really need some dominant traits in my collection. I focus so much on so many recessives that it's like, oh, wait a minute, I'm going to get a basic recessive. Now I need to start bulking up the, I need a few just male power breeders that I can get to go throughout the collection. So that's kind of on the horizon in the next year or two. I'm going to have a lot of holdbacks that'll cover those bases too.
Yeah. Because, like, I always ask that question because you never know what somebody's going to say. You never know, like, what direction they're trying to go with stuff. Like, that's why I like BPL because, like, he really likes the morphs and stuff. And I'm not too knowledgeable about morphs, the ball pythons, and how the genetics and all that stuff works. Like, back and forth. And he was telling me about it, like, because I didn't know the bells, the blue-eyed leucistics. Like, you can make those out of different ones. I thought it was just like an albino, just something that just happened.
Oh yeah, you got all the combinations on it, and then like you could get even really nerdy on it. Maybe we'll look at it in a little bit. I got two of them, but there's even distinctions in between them. So like a Super Mojave has like a more purple head on the head stamp, whereas like a lesser Mojave is almost pure white. So anyhow, there's a number of different ways to get them. But yeah, the morphs are just the addictive thing to me, man. That's where the hook was, man. I was like, shit, I'm in, man. This is crazy.
Yeah, I think the bite he's talking about, actually, Jose is talking about, is when he said, I want a pied, and I was like, well, what kind of pied?
You blew my mind when you said that.
It's absolutely incredible. Yeah, I mean, just the things that you can think about, and like, these aren't overnight things, man. Like, my boy might be finishing high school before we hit some of these things, So it's a cool, long-term, fun thing to focus on that I really enjoy.
Because, another thing is, like, I've been trying to get this, I don't know, I don't want to say too much. I've been looking into it ever since we've been talking. I've been doing some more research on the morphs, man. So it's coming. Just know.
All right.
And I'm waiting on BPL's eggs to come because I definitely want one of his.
Still no eggs, man. I'm really losing hope. But no eggs yet.
Let's see.
So BPL, what's your any specific projects that you're working towards, or just casting a wide net at the moment, or what's the goal on it?
I have my goals, what I want to breed, and then the wife has hers.
Okay.
So, but once again, I would say about out of the 12, 8 were her pickings, 4 were mine. So, I mean, so I got the 2 pieds, I got the clown, I have a sediment of vanilla. I got a pastel, pinstripe, spider, orange dream, and then I got a pinstripe, and then I got a yellow belly, and then I got a normal, then I got an orange or banana, and she 100% have hide. Who am I forgetting? My new female there. She's apparently pregnant. I don't know. Anyway, she apparently a pastel. I don't see the pastel. I think she's a fire. But
Oh, okay.
I mean, because I have a pastel, and like I don't know. I mean, like maybe that being het, it's fucking with the pattern a lot, but I don't know.
It's hard to say. There's so much variability and so much opinions on what some people swear that hets are visible, and then of course the definition is that they're not. Yeah, so it's hard to tell until you can start proving them out on your own.
Yeah.
Sure.
So for recessives, you got clown and pied. Did you say ghost too or not?
I do have a pastel double het ghost clown. I do not have
nice.
actual ghost in my collection though. I do want ghost though. Ghost is fucking beautiful.
They're so readily available. I just looked them over like, that's not exciting. And man, what the hell? Let's break out a snake, man.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah.
She's a good one to start with.
Oh, hold on, let me solo you on this.
So, but this little girl, single gene, just normal ghost. She's not happy because I don't hold them at night very often. So they're all, look at her all jacked up. But the colors on her, man. And those yellows and oranges, just every time there's a shed, man, just brighter and brighter and brighter. And she's in shed right now. So she's already like not as vibrant as she normally would be. So this little girl is just a normal visual ghost. That's it. No other hets, no other genes. But next to a normal, she's just far more vibrant, and those blacks are really muted with the ghost. That's kind of the effect of the ghost. But what ends up happening is you get these nice contrasts with the yellows and the oranges getting highlighted too.
Dude, that's badass.
Let's close up. There we go.
Yeah, that is some awesome coloring on that.
Do you see how you get like right here, those white outline? So there's like the orange, then a white. Sorry, my camera's left or backwards on me. It's a mirror image. It's like I'm doing the weather here. But see the white right around that pattern before it goes dark, man. I just love it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So you said that one was that was Ghost?
Ghost, that's it. Yeah, no other
recessive. No.
Yeah, but she's visual, so she's got both. She's got two copies of the Ghost. Yeah.
I mean, his way once again is learning the ball python morphs and genes and all that. So
Yeah, so Josue, you'd have to have a mother and a father. Yeah, both contribute to get a visual.
Heck yeah.
And then one of the other guys we were talking about, just a second here. There he is. So here you go. So this is a blue-eyed leucistic.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And now he's thank you, man. So he's a super Mojave. So he's all white, and it's hard to tell in this lighting, but his eyes are blue. Let me let him calm down for a minute. But his head is almost purple. Whereas
I've seen that. I've seen that when you first pulled him out.
Yeah. So both mother and father were both Mojave, right?
That's correct. Yeah. So while he's chilling and relaxing for a minute.
Hey, that's great.
And this one's what, the Mojave Lesser, if I'm right?
I said that earlier as an example. She's actually a super lesser. So when I breed these two together, it'll guarantee every snake will be Mojave and lesser. So every snake will be a BEL. So you don't have to worry. You're not rolling the dice on is it 50% or 25% of the offspring. Because since he's a super Mojave, all offspring will be Mojave, and she's a super lesser, so all offspring will be lesser, which means they'll all be lesser Mojave, which will be the bright white one. But Josue, check this out. If you see her eyes, super lessers it's not necessarily a deformity, but they call that bug eyes. She's got the oversized eyes, so a little bit different form. See, this guy's got a normal size eyes.
Yeah.
She's got that bug eyes.
Wow.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's
So
crazy.
he's really growing. She's almost 3 years old. Come here, boy. I gotta put you back in your tank. She's almost 3 years old, and for the longest, she would only eat mice. But about 6 months ago, I got her over to rats, and she's been growing. She'll be ready in October, I think, to breed.
Where do you get those tubs from, by the way?
These are Lowe's home improvement Sterilite tubs, and they have the locking mechanisms on them. And if you see on my racks, these are racks that I built, but instead of having like a rack that'll only fit one kind of tub, so these are my adults. It fits the adult tubs. It fits my grow out juvenile tubs. And it can fit, because they have the locking lid, I don't have to have the pressure on the top. This one doesn't have it, but this would be like a hatchling tub once they come out of, once they shed and I separate them out. Yeah. So that empty space in my rack, that'll be the nursery for any eggs that I get this year, or any hatchlings I get.
I didn't know they sold those at Lowe's. I'm definitely going there.
And I just use a soldering iron and burn the holes into the burn the air holes into the tubs.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just excuse me, not Sterilite. Hefty is the brand. I don't know if it shows up on there.
Because I really like the tubs, because the tubs, they hold humidity really well.
Yeah, I got the new rack right next to me, but still waiting on the next one. It was supposed to be here Friday. Get it tomorrow. Whatever.
You
And then I'm able to
have an incubator waiting, though.
Yeah, just so far good. Still going.
If it makes you feel any better, there's my incubator with a lonely, empty egg box as well. I'm still waiting to.
403 Fauna says, Proper's up here dropping that knowledge.
Thank you. It's just my experience. Somebody asked how much for a super lesser. Iron Dog's probably right. They're probably around 600. Prices from a year to a year and a half ago when I bought. I'm sorry, I know it's goofy. I name all my snakes, so that's Sharona is that one. So a year and a half ago when I bought Sharona, actually I think I got her for $450. But yeah, if you look on Morph Market right now, like Iron Dog said, adult or just barely subadult female, yeah, it's probably 600. And honestly, if she were another 300-400 grams, I'd put another 100 or 200 on top of that.
Heck yeah.
Like I said, I'm actually about to pick up a bill here soon for $400. She's a female, 2 years old, around 1,400 grams, 1,300 grams, something like that. So.
Oh, sweet. That's a great price at 400, man.
So what other morphs do you work with? Like, other than you got the two bells, you got the ghost, and like.
So.
Okay, let me ask you this: are you when you say pieds, any pied you think of? Do you like the high white or the low white, or are you about mixed, medium?
So, at first I was like, man, you got to have a lot of white. That's what you need. And then, man, lately I've been in love with enchipides that are just really low white, but a really scrambled, mushed pattern almost, So I don't know. I really appreciate both of them, but honestly, the ones that are like only the head and all white, that doesn't really do it for me. I like the contrast somewhere. So I guess the more contrast I can get, or the more sort of blurred sides, I really like in pieds as well.
I have two very, very low white. The female's super low white, and the male has more white than her, though, but not much. I mean,
Yeah, I saw one of yours the other night, but it was a real striking contrast from where it did have the white on it, man. It was like, what, 2/3 down the body and maybe just, I don't know the size of it, but yeah, I saw it the other night, man. It was very good.
It's like,
So-
going out, BPL. Let us see, like, what Aries in it.
Yeah.
Shit, He's the one. Oh, and he just shed, too. Come on. You're fine.
Heck yeah.
Let me turn up the light so you guys can see a little bit better. Hopefully it's not too bright.
Yeah, man. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. I always like the colors on, like, the colors is just insane.
See, like on that one, where it goes from white and then it has that super dark black strip, it just sets it off, man. It doesn't like just ease into it. It's that contrast right there. That's money, man.
Like, I calmed him down, though. He used to bite me all the damn time, but, like, now, like, he'll just stay bald in his hand. He'll barely move with me, but it'll eventually break. But he used to light me up all the time. I'm like, you little asshole. So there's times I'm just, off camera, of course. I'll just sit in here, and me and my wife will take turns holding him, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. No, he's beautiful. And that one is pied regular or pied anything else in it? Pied Enchi?
No, he's actually just a normal pied, but he's 100% het for Orange Ghost, and then both him and his sister, because I got one of his sisters, is actually het for. They're both het for 100% het. Orange Ghost, and then something else, 66% of something else.
Oh,
I forgot that, but I got paperwork on them because they're from Gray's Reptiles, and I got paperwork from him. So
he's beautiful. So some of the others that I work with are. So maybe we should, BPL, maybe we should go through this really quick. So if there's a recessive gene, you don't always see it, but you could prove that it's there depending on the parents' pairing. So if the father was a clown and the mother was a normal, all the babies would look normal, but they would be het for clown. So they could all contribute one of the clown gene to get, if you had a second on what you bred it to, could contribute a clown, then you'd get a visual clown from it.
correct. So if let's just say you take a clown and you breed it to, let's just say, you have this normal and you breed it to the normal, every baby will look normal but come out 100% het for clown, 100%, because they carry either the mother's or the father's DNA on 100%. So with that being said, if you made 100% with a visual, so let's just say down the road you grow up one of your hets and you keep one back and you sell the rest or whatever, or give them away, whatever you do, and down the road you breed it up and then you made it to a visual, that 100% het, half the egg should, not guaranteed, but should come out, half the egg should come out visuals.
Right.
So,
yeah.
or 75%, something like that. I mean, there's a percentage line, but I'm not 100%. It's either 50 or 75% should come out visual for that het. But if you do the het clown to like a pied or something, once again, you're gonna produce a normal, and you're now dealing with a pied, 100% het pied, maybe now 66% het clown. If I said that right, I don't know if I said that right.
Het to het gives you.
No, I'm saying if you took that clown that was 100%, right, and it was het, right, like it was normal, but 100% for clown, and you made it instead to a clown to a pied, it would lose some of the DNA to the clown, right?
No, all the babies would be het to het or visual to visual. Clown
Het-
and het to het.
So, like I said, so if we had the male clown or female clown, and you made it to a normal, and then one of the babies come out, and you held it back, you grew it up 100% het for clown,
Yes.
right? Then you breed that 100% het for clown to a pied.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be 100% het for pied and 66% het for clown?
50% for clown. Yeah, 100% for
50.
pied, 50% for clown. Yeah.
Correct.
So if you breed het to het together, 50% are visual, and the ones that aren't visual are 66% het. So you got a 1 in 3 chance that they're nothing. Or normal. Not nothing. They're obviously not nothing. So because I bought so many so quickly, and frankly I don't have disposable money to be buying ball pythons with, I got a bunch of hets. So I love the recessive projects. So the recessive projects that I have genes for: ghost, pied, clown, albino, lavender albino, VPI axanthic, and cryptic. And remind me tonight, if we hit a dead spot, I got to tell you the story of this cryptic snake. I'll tell you, it's a great story about breeder relationships and special surprises. But so there's 7 recessives. But now this girl's big, and she is easy, girl. She popped me. I know it's nighttime. Come here. Up you go.
Oh, he's a big one.
So this female is het for pied and albino. So if I breed her to a visual pied, 50% of the babies will be pied, just like BPL's pied there. But I bred her to an orange dream het pied. So I'm hoping that I get orange dream piebalds from her somewhere in there. But she's looking big, and she's been breeding this year. And sometimes you hear people talk about ball pythons glowing, the females, when they're going to lay. It's because their skin stretches around each scale, and it gives this outline like it glows. But this girl in person is like, she's just electric, man. She is gorgeous, and I hope that I get some babies from her. I'm going to leave her alone. She's not too happy, and like I say, I think she is just knocking on the door of ovulation, man.
Dude, she's huge. That's crazy.
So she looks normal, but her 25% of her babies should be pieds, and I'm hoping to get an orange dream pied out of it as well.
See, since I got brother and sister, that's why one of my choosing was actually the banana inchy that I have. That's 100% het for pied. So I'm hoping to prove him out by mating him to her and producing some banana pieds.
Yeah, man, they're sharp too. I got one of the dominant genes that I do work with is coral glow and or banana, the same thing. So actually I want to make some super bananas, which generally don't get those spots, man. A super banana clown.
See, I don't have any spots on my banana at all. No black spots at all.
Really? How old is it?
I'll actually pull them out. Hold on. Let me grab them.
Let's check them out.
I thought I had the plugged in ones. Like, let me go grab them 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I should have thrown a little BPL the last time. I wasn't thinking. I'm trying to keep up with all the chat and all the stuff going on. That's why I keep seeing the stuff popping up on the screen.
Yeah, it's hard to talk and have the snakes and see the chats. 403 Fauna, yeah, let's talk about crypto here in just a little bit.
I'm going to try to turn this down so it's not too bright. But he has no spots on him at all. I mean, maybe he could be a super, but I don't know. His blushing a purple in person, I know this lighting is doing no justice right now, but he has a lot of orange and purple.
Dude,
but no spots at all.
He's gorgeous, but on the surface, like you say, maybe he's a super or maybe has something else going on. He looks almost like an ultramel or something instead of a banana. But you would know, I mean, nobody would have sold you. You don't, from a breeding standpoint, you can't mix up banana and ultramel. He's gorgeous. Yeah, you have no spots.
But no, he's beautiful, man. Like yeah, like I said, no spots on him. I mean, who knows? I mean, the guy I got him from, I'm not 100% if he even got it right. But I don't know, to me, I see banana. he does have the red eyes, and when you look at him, but yeah, dude, he's cool.
I wonder if he's like banana and a recessive albino of some kind. If he has red eyes, man, you could have a real gem on your hand there of extra genes and stuff.
I mean, only if it, like he's really head shy, so I don't like to hold him with his head too much. But like, it looks dark, but like I don't know. I'll take a photo up close of his eyes and send them to you. Like,
I believe you.
They have like a marine red to him, but he has no spots. All that. He's supposedly, when I bought him, like I said, he was banana inchy, 100% heifer pied. So, I mean,
wow. You know, on actually, Enchies really help with the spots too, because they broaden those yellow parts and the darker parts where they usually get the spots, and Enchi reduces that greatly. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Jose, if you see a adult banana, this is what they get the spots on them. This is another one of my females here.
Good Lord, she's huge.
Yeah, she's close to ovulation as well. This girl is a sweetheart, though, man. I could hang her around my neck and she wouldn't do anything. But you see all those spots on the back?
Oh, so that's what you were referring to, the spots.
Yeah, the babies, they come out just these beautiful, like, yellow, oranges, lavenders, and some brown. And just like a banana, like the fruit of a banana, as it ages, they grow spots on them. But the supers don't. And, man, dude, PPL, that is a gorgeous snake that you have, man. That is, I'm amazed it doesn't have spots on it. So that girl that I just showed you, she's about 5 years old.
He has, I don't know with you, like, but mine has no problem with the food. Oh, my camera's off. Sorry, I was putting him back. But mine has no problem, though, when it comes to feeding. Like, him and my spider, definitely, like, they're always on, like, for some reason, well, he's not a complete spider. I'll pull him out, actually. He's a spider, orange dream pinstripe. Let me pull him out. I actually pulled him out last night.
Hold on. Gotcha. There you go.
Yeah, he looks really, really good, man.
I'm trying to see if he'll do something weird because of spider gene, but, like...
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
No, he's hanging just fine, huh?
Like, when I feed him, the head wobble definitely kicks in.
Does it? Yeah, he does a little corkscrew or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll do it here and there, but not too much.
No, he looks good, man. Yeah.
Because, I mean, I hear a lot of people, they don't have, like, a lot of issues
I'm gonna put it back.
or anything like that.
No, they're usually, like, right now, see, he's, like, starting to corkscrew a little bit, like he was. As soon as I, like, go try to put him down, like, his neck starts to go the opposite way. It's weird. And he starts to twist up, but... He's, like, upside down right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there he is.
He's like, no, I'm good. I'm just chilling. I'm like, no, you're not, dude. No, you're not.
All right, so let's see. Let's take a quick break. Oh yeah, you can show us what's in the. We can show us that one real quick.
You know, one more. This is just a
little intermission real quick.
This is just a male banana that he's ready. Nope, that's a lie, man. Let's do the intermission. I'll get the male banana. This is the orange dream het pied. He's awesome, but
can I see him? I still want to see the one. That's a beautiful morph, man.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Look at the. Remember I was talking about the contrast that I loved on your pied earlier? Man,
yeah.
That black contrast right there, the belly coming up from orange to that kind of speckled brown in the middle and almost like an olive green on top. That is just orange dream and het pied. That's all on that snake. And he's he's almost mature, not quite. He's 2 and change years old, and he's still that bright and that vivid. Man, I'm excited to keep going with Orange Dream. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah, because the striping on
What
it.
do you think of the Orange Dream Inchy Vanilla Cream? That was in the comments. That's the only reason I asked. I think I can't visually see it in my mind in the moment. I would have to see a visual.
For me, on those morphs, I'm kind of the same way. I can't speak to much of the vanilla, but let me use this snake as an example. These bands are just Orange Dream, the banding on it, but Enchi would highlight that. So an Enchi of this added to this would have even more of the banding, and the blacks would be just thinner and thinner stripes, almost like a tiger stripe. So I think an Enchi with Orange Dream is always a good combination. The vanilla should brighten it up some, and then what was the other one in there? Enchi vanilla.
Inchy Vanilla Cream Orange Dream.
Yeah.
Orange Dream, Inchy Vanilla Orange Cream.
I forget what the nickname of vanilla cream is. It's vanilla.
Oh,
and what else?
I can't remember.
I don't know.
Honestly, my head, but I actually got Loki out right now. He is actually a cinnamon vanilla, but a lot of his blushing comes on from on top. He's very light on the sides, of course, but his blushing on top compared to a normal cinnamon, especially in person, you can see like that dark spot right there, like it goes, like you can see what his blushing is. Like his blushing in person is a lot better. Camera does no justice for him, like the rest of the snakes in this world. Like you can never see it as best as you want, but in person it's always going to be the best. But he has a lot of like blushing on him, and he is cinnamon vanilla though. Yeah, no.
Very nice. Hey, will you keep that one out for a minute? Let me get my cinnamon girl, because I want to show what you're talking about. Like the back on mine is just stark black.
So I got a regular cinnamon male as well. He's actually a full-grown male. This one's just, he's probably like he's really cool now. Like I calmed him down. His name's Loki. But I'll go pull out Odin as well.
So, and you said that one was a vanilla though, is where the lightening up on the top? Yeah.
Like, and then I got my big boy Odin right here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See, he's got the dark black on the top, and then your girl has the lighter blushing on the top parts, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to show it better so you guys can see it, but like he is way darker, and he has like a more maroon. You can see while there's more of a blonde in this on top. Yeah. But
I like
they're both males, so.
Oh, they're both male.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
both
sorry. I thought you said the second one was female. Yeah.
But
man, I love the on that first one you showed how there's like the black outline, and then it fades to that blushed out part, man.
Now they're both like stuck on my hands. This is the fun part. But yeah, no, this is Odin. He normal cinnamon male, but he's my boy. Like he's not head shy. He lets me pet him on the head. He's a good boy.
Oh, cool! Like, look at that. This
I'm
is my
go
female cinnamon. Now she's Orange Dream and possible Yellow Belly. I got to breed her to prove that part out. But see, she has almost the jet black darkness on the top, you know?
Mm.
And then that Orange Dream coming up the side, though, where it fades out. That looks almost like the top on your vanilla, huh?
Yeah.
And she'll be ready to go this fall as well, I think, for breeding.
Heck yeah. Super awesome.
Easy, girl.
All right.
So, I was right. Let's do the intermission.
All right. So, let's go ahead and put this up on the screen for you guys. So, We got 7 people in the chat right now. We're going to go ahead and get this done real quick. We always got to do a shout out to all our friends and family and part of our reptile community. So make sure you guys go check out all these guys here on the list, and we're going to go down them each one. We got my co-host here, Ball Python Love. Of course, you know him. He makes cool videos about ball pythons and feeding them. And as we're seeing, everybody has a whole bunch of cool ball pythons with them. And we got the next 2 always have to be said together because, you know, they go hand in hand. They also run a live stream together. We got My Animal House and Iron Dog Reptiles. These guys run the Iron Animal Show. Comes out Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So definitely make sure you guys go check out their live stream and hit them up. And they have a whole bunch of awesome reptiles between the 2 of them. And I think Iron Dog, he has a lot of retics and all kind of stuff. So that's real cool. Next one is my personal friend, and I met him on YouTube. His name is Venom Wonderful. He has all the venomous snakes you can think of, and you know he makes pretty dope feeding videos and stuff like that too. We got Big D, brother Derek's Reptiles. He's definitely he was in the chat earlier today. He makes a lot of podcast style videos with a couple different people with big names like Brian Barczyk's son. He's had Ozzy from Ozzy's Pythons, I believe, and then a whole bunch of other people too as well. We got Kurtwood 75. Everybody knows Kurtwood. He has a lot of ball pythons as well. We got OSMR Balls. We got Not Lose Exotics, Albert's Exotics, J&G Reptiles. He has a lot of venomous snakes too, and he's coming up in the world in the YouTube game. We got Alberto Arroyo, KY Constrictors, Hilljack's Life. He was in the live stream last night. We got Desert Wolf Armory. He's my other brother with all the rattlesnakes you can't even imagine. And he actually goes out and catches these guys to help with his own breeding efforts and, you know, of course, return them back in the wild and do different things with them. So make sure you go check out Desert Wolf Armory and go subscribe to his channel. And we got our boy Reptile Feedings down in Florida representing with his reptiles. He has a whole bunch of different things like Savannah Monitors, ball pythons, Pac-Man frogs, you name it. We got Spider Mom 1978. We got Joe Challenger. He's one of my real good friends. I met him on YouTube. He has a whole lot of venomous snakes, and on his YouTube channel that he shows off. But he's also one of the guys that makes venom-proof cages, which are one of the best cages on the market for venomous reptiles. They have blocks on them, so you can make sure your animal's all secure. And he comes in all different sizes, and he also sells snake hooks and other things like that. So make sure you guys go check out his Instagram and go check him out on YouTube as well. We got Cold-Blooded Monstars. He was actually in the chat a little bit earlier today. And he has a lot of real cool reptiles like caimans and other things like that. And he's going to be having a pet store coming up soon, I believe, or something he's doing with his animals. We got Todd Autry, Fitz Family Constrictors, a.k.a. Youper. We got Reese's Pythons, Raz Reptiles, Sherry Lynn, Mad Cat, and Patrick's Reptiles. And we're going to be adding Proper Royals onto the list coming onto the live stream for tomorrow. So make sure you guys check him out and show him some love too. And we definitely appreciate him coming out on the show tonight, being our guest. So all in all, make sure you guys go check these guys out and subscribe to all their channels, and we'll get back to the video.
Hey, you want to throw up the other one or no?
Oh yeah, I forgot about the other one, my bad. So just to let you guys know, if you guys want to donate to me or BPL to help fund the whole Pythons and Exotics show, you can send us the links to the Ball Python Love for his Cash App. And you got my Venmo, J. Santiago Velez. So if you want to donate, definitely feel free, and that'll definitely help us out in the long run.
Oh yeah, and especially just know this, everything that I, at least, you know, and I know his way Exotics will say the same, everything you guys do donate will go back into the reptiles or adding new reptiles to the collection or fixing lives, getting a better camera, whatever. It's going to go back to the channel. I would appreciate it. It'd be dope.
Heck yeah. So cool. Well, let's get back to it.
Man,
Oh yeah.
I feel like I got to jump in. I know I said at the start, I don't know if people have been watching an hour straight ahead. What you guys are doing, walking the walk, like really building the community, having me on, doing that whole list, like who takes the time out of their day to do that? I see a whole bunch of comments of people talking about support each other and that stuff. and here you guys are bringing it to life. It's really cool, and you do it 7 freaking nights a week, man. I cannot get over it. It's amazing. So I'm a huge fan, and I'm a very, very big believer in what you guys are doing, and I'm proud to be a part of it, and thankful. I like to say your hospitality's been really killer, so thank you all.
Hell yeah, man. Anytime.
Like, I try to look at it like as a point of like, you know, we're not even really doing a live stream. We're really just hanging out with people, getting to know different people that way. So, you know, it doesn't really feel like, you know, we're making a video at the same time.
Yeah, like I say, I play music, and sometimes you hear about this like thing that happens if guys jam together, or strangers that have never met, but you start playing the right chords together, or a song that clicks with somebody, and that's more what it feels like versus some production we're putting on, which I'm with you. We're really not. Like, I turned on some lights and I made sure things, or tried to make sure they look decent and sound decent, but otherwise we're hanging out, you know?
Hell yeah. No, that's the thing about it though, is like, you know, like you said, we're helping to build one community. It's not about just one channel. We're trying to show love to a bunch of people. And you know, people want to get on that list, you know, on who we have, but you know, they need to show the true love. You need to come up here like you did. And you know what I'm saying, like, come hang out, fucking show shit off. Like, we talked about jeans and stuff. Like, you showed your banana, I showed mine, and not in a gay way, so no one can make a joke out there. And, like, I mean, we talked about the cinnamons. I mean, I got the pies, the clown. You know, I got a normal, like I said. Here's another thing, so I kind of want to get back into it. So I'm actually going to go grab my pastel that's double het for you, though, and then I want to show you the one that is apparently pregnant, but I am losing faith every day.
Let's do it.
But this is a pastel. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I gotta pull it out.
What's up, Luke?
All right, so
we appreciate you stopping by, though. At least showing some love tonight. We appreciate it.
This is a pastel.
Yeah. Oh, give me a second. There we go.
She's not liking it, but there you go. There. Try to show the head stamp a little bit.
Yeah,
like
wash it out there. Yeah.
She's a normal pastel double hat ghost clown. Came from Gray's Reptiles. Guaranteed female. I popped her, of course. He's right. No, female for sure. Mm-hmm. But now let me go get you the other one, and you can take me off solo. But I'll go get the other one that was apparently pastel. And really quick, before you take me off solo.
Hold on. I got you. Hold on.
I want you guys to really pay attention because to that pattern. Like, there's a bunch of keyholes. You guys see that? Like, you guys see the keyholes all through the body. She's super bright looking. What a pastel should be. And hopefully you guys see that clearly. Now all right, you can take me off solo. Now let me go get Minerva, which my wife named her Minerva. Why? I have no idea. It's a goddess of something, but I forget.
Oh, so while we're in the meanwhile, so if you guys are sitting there watching this live stream, make sure you hit that like button down below if you haven't did it already. And also share this video out so we can make sure we get everybody here on the live stream so we can keep this thing rolling.
But she is not pastel. I believe she is fire. Maybe it is the head in her that's making her, you know, but she doesn't have the head stamp. She's a big, heavy girl, and here she is. Her name's Minerva. But she is nowhere near pastel. There's no keyholes. I don't know, maybe unless she's like, there's a few here and there, but I don't know. Like, I don't see it. I see fire more in her, but can't wait to prove her out.
Yeah, she looks, to your point, she looks way different than the other one. I mean, there's a lot of variety in pastels. And she's bigger. They brown out as they get older, but I'll show you one about that size that's just as bright as your other one you were talking about. Man, she looks good. Is she the one you're waiting on to lay eggs?
Right. She's really fucking, I'm trying to show it just right, but she's like really, she's really thick, like.
Yeah. Dude, sit tight with her. Yeah, man, I bet they're coming.
I'm actually going to go put her back so I don't fuck with her too much.
Yeah.
That's
If
great.
you guys want to see the shit, I'll just pull out, might as well. I want to pull out the clown. Let you guys see the clown once she lets go of my hands. I'm like, oh, come on. Thank you.
I like learning about these guys. This is crazy.
So a clown is, like, he'll tell you, Adam will tell you, is a double recessive. And mine's in the midst of shed, so he's not going to look the prettiest right now, but I will pull him out and show you guys on camera.
All right, let's check them out.
Yeah, man.
Try to show that head stamp.
I love clowns. I think they're becoming like my favorite because they just the things that they do to the other morphs. Like, I think that one's beautiful, but you know, people might go, "Oh, it's not that different." Man, you start throwing in banana, you start throwing in what spot nose is crazy, leopard is crazy.
Yeah, he is in shed though. Like his belly's pink, little turning pink. He just came. He's in that middle stage, so he's not so happy. So I'm not going to hold him out too long, but he is a clown. He's visual. I've shown him on my channel before. He does have the head stamp, everything. Like, he is a visual clown, but...
oh, yeah, most certainly.
Oh, yeah. But he is a male.
Yeah. No, I love them, man. I love clowns. I got one. I love them, man. Really good looking. Stout animal, too.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so it takes a male and a female. Both have to carry the copies to make a visual. I'm actually spraying them down real quick.
So meanwhile, question. Do you have a favorite snake out of everything that you have?
My normal. Because without Daisy, the reason why is because without her, it would have never broke the whole thing with my wife, I felt. I think having my normal was actually what broke it, and for her to get more into reptiles and snakes and all that, so I would say my normal.
I go through phases. So no, I don't have a normal, but I have like the ones I'm most excited about. So I don't know. My girls that should be laying soon are my favorites right now, and like I'm really, really excited about that Orange Dream Pied possible clutch. And then my big banana girl, I didn't tell you, she is banana het ghost. So, and actually, Josue, if you want to just really spin your head, check out Brian Cusco's video on the banana gene. It's even harder to work with because the banana's gene is tied to a certain chromosome. So anyhow, we don't need to go down that rabbit hole, but check that out sometime. They're even harder to work with. So I'm really excited to have a female mature banana.
See, that's the hard part, and you should know there's only 90% of them are men or males.
Yeah, and then they only make males.
Yeah. It is hard to find a banana that'll produce a female. Like, that shit.
Yeah, she'll produce 50% females and 50% males. To your point, like I said, we don't need to go down the rabbit hole of that, but yeah, it's hard. So I really like that one. Man, let's see. This girl is one of my favorites for the future. She's still a small one, but she is lavender albino, het for pied. And the lavender pieds are what they call the dreamsicles, is what Justin Kadoka's blowing up on right now. And she is in shed, man. She's really, really dull right now and unhappy with me. And the light's kind of washing her out, but you get those yellows and then the lavenders in between the yellows, and it's hard to see on camera right now with this lighting. But I'm excited for the next. I got to wait 2 years with her. She's a 2020 hatchling, so just coming up on a year old right now.
Looking good though.
Yeah. But these lavenders with orange dream and yellow belly just get almost fluorescent yellows and oranges on them. And I've got both of those other morphs in my collection. Yeah, she's not happy. I'm gonna put her away. I'm gonna do the same thing you just did, BPL. I'm gonna give her a quick spray real fast. Just a second.
Yeah, no, it's always good when they're in shed. The water's good up to hit on their body and all that. Like, it's good for them to soak in their scales and get around and, like, just get a little extra humid in there.
I see you drinking Bud Light tonight, BPL.
I actually had one Budweiser. I have one Bud White, and then I'm going to have another Budweiser, and that's all I'm drinking tonight. That's it. Yeah. So how's it feel to be up, just out of curiosity, like, you know, were you nervous to come up here a little bit today? Like, you know, having people watch you, like?
No, I didn't get nervous, but I honestly, I got a little excited. It's kind of, my wife is giving me a hard time about it. She's like, oh, you got your show. And I'm like, no, you know, like, all right, let me get a little philosophical for a minute. So I told you I work in restaurants the past 25 years. And I get into restaurants first because I needed a job and that stuff. But I grew to love it because I can interact with people. I can make people happy. I can be the vessel for them to create their own joy. Like, some of my favorite memories in life are whether I'm drinking a beer with the boys, whether it's at a bar or a garage, or if I have a family dinner and a full table with, 12 people that I only see once a year around the table. Those are really times of joy for me. And I know it sounds really dramatic and over dramatic maybe, but the past year and a half really fucked with my head. It fucked with my livelihood. The people, the colleagues that I'd worked with for years or decades, they started new lives. Like, it smashed what I knew. And not only that, my backup to food and beverage has always been music. I'm a professional musician. Both of those cleared off the slate. So it sounds goofy, but to sit down and actually converse, and plus I live in the middle of nowhere, man. This is a rural area. I live in a resort town. It's nothing but second homes, tourists, and old folks, and nothing wrong with old folks. I'll be old one day too if I'm lucky, but it just ain't me right now. It's just been a lonely time, and I was like, man, I get to go hang out with strangers. Like, if I were like, this is like the next best thing to go into a pub and just having a beer and meeting strangers, and so anyhow, yeah, I wasn't nervous because I don't know, I'm in front of people for a living. That's what I do, and I enjoy it. But no, I got kind of excited about it. It's kind of a fulfilling thing.
Hell yeah, no, dude, it's fucking kick ass. Like, I'm glad to meet you and all that. Like, it's awesome. Once again, like, this goes for any guest. I'm pretty sure Josue will say it because we said it's a reptile feeding. So, like, any guest that ever wants to come back on, especially if we're clicking, like, hell yeah, let's do it again. Like, for you, hell yeah, dude, anytime you want to come back on and you're like, hey, dude, you know this, we go 7 days a week.
Yeah. So,
hey, dude, my Friday is coming up on this day. I want to take this, let's go. Let's do it, man. Like,
thank you, man. In 2 weeks, I'll be wide open. I'll be based in Florida. My wife and son will still be here in North Carolina. I won't have the crazy 60-hour, 70-hour-a-week job. I'll be wide open, man. We'll come to an update and come hang out. I'll come hang out again, and I'll do it from Florida instead of North Carolina, man. I'll be out in the garage, show you where I'm at on building the new room.
That'd be dope.
Thank you all. I appreciate it.
Let's see.
Yeah, so just out of curiosity, Josue, you got any more questions that were lined up, or are we pretty much gonna like wing this now? Well, not really wing it, but just hang out and have a good time. Like, I'm not saying the questions were bad because the questions were amazing. Oh, hell yeah, let's go.
Oh, hang on really fast. Moon over Miami, if you're still there, thank you for the sub, man. You took the time to leave here, go to me, click sub. Thank you. It makes a difference. Thank you.
I subscribed, yes. Because I tried looking up I tried looking up your channel so many different times, and I was getting led in the wrong direction, and then I looked up Josue's post, and it led me, and I was like, sweet, found it in the morning, I was like, done.
Josue, what were you going to ask, man?
Let's see. All right, so let's see. So this question here is kind of like just a regular question. So, what have you been bitten, or what's the worst bite have you taken from like what snake?
So here's like deep dirty secrets with proper royals. Like I said when I started, I'm no expert. I haven't been at this all that long. I just share my experience. I have never been bitten. I feel like it's a rite of passage I haven't passed yet. None of my snakes have ever bit me. I don't know if I just read them and I stay the hell away from them if they're going to bite me, or if I just got lucky. I take it as a sign that they're happy. But no, I've never been bitten. Not my son, not my wife. Nobody handling our snakes has ever been bitten.
As for me, like I said, I have been bitten by Aries. That's about it. Here's a joke. The worst bite I ever took was from my wife when she bit me on my finger. But the worst bite ever, though, that I ever took and wasn't from a reptile is actually from my sister's dog, Marilyn Rambo. She's been in the lives here and there with my mom and my sister and my son. But I had plastic surgery, so I got a scar that actually goes from my lip all the way to the side. Yeah. And my left side, I have no feeling. Like, I could twist this shit all day. Like, I have no feeling on my left side at all. Like, it's plastic surgery. So, like, the dog ripped my face off. But, like, I was, like, 10 years old, man, when that shit happened.
Dang, that's crazy.
Man, I have a cousin that almost the identical story happened to, man. That's why I was nodding, not because I'm like, oh, cool, you got your face bit off. Like, that happens. Yeah, man. No, it was really traumatic and shit, man. No, yeah, I haven't taken a reptile bite or I don't know that I've had a bad bite of anything other than a bumblebee or something, I guess.
Yeah, I've gotten bit by like the garter snakes bit me one time, but as they always say, like half the time when that stuff happens, it's not the snake's fault or anything. Like I was feeding the snakes and I wasn't keeping attention like where the other one was at the time, and he tagged me on my hand. But you know the thing is like it's more surprising than anything. Like, right. Did I feel anything? No. Yeah. But did it scare me and surprise me? Yes.
So yeah, when I had corn snakes in college, that was the same thing. I took some bites from corn snakes, but it just freaks you out. It doesn't, like you say, it doesn't hurt now. Yeah.
Now the boa constrictor, he bit me one time, and you know it didn't hurt or anything, but you know it just with him being so big, it kind of freaked me out, and I didn't want to bother with him for a while. So I'm just not getting into really handling him and taking him out and doing stuff with him now. Like you've seen like last night. So
I did, yeah.
And heck yeah. So I mean, yeah, the biting isn't that bad. So
nah.
So here's a question going to
being bit by that boa. You let me know how that feels.
Maybe when he's full grown, it'd probably be pretty bad.
That's what I'm saying. When he's fully grown, let me know how that bite feels, because I guarantee it's not going to equal to a ball python. But I still want to know.
So let's see. Here's another good question here. So, if money wasn't an object, you know, you had millions of dollars. What if you can choose any reptile in the whole world that you can get? What would it be?
I don't know, man. Like, I could tell you what, like, my dream project right now would be. It would be like a crazy, like a orange dream, dreamsicle, like so an orange dream lavender pied. It would be just amazing right now. But you know what? Like, I used to, and I still do, like I'll chase down certain guitars. Like I'm a total guitar slut. Like some dudes are into Harleys and cars. Like I'm the guitar guy.
Okay, so just out of curiosity, my favorite is a Jackson. A Gibson's okay. Don't get me wrong, Gibson. I mean, it has really nice, but I love Jackson. Epiphone's good. I've had a Stella, which is kind of cheap, made Les Paul, but it was still pretty good sounding.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I play a little bit of guitar. I just don't jam out like I used to when I was a teenager.
Yeah. Mine is a Gibson Les Paul, man. I got a 75 Gold Top is my baby. Some of the acoustics, but how that ties to reptiles, like.
See, if I'm gonna go acoustic, tell me this: do you like the regular, whatever version, country, whatever, or do you like the Ovations? Dude, I love Ovation. Ovation is amazing, I think, on the sound.
I tell you what, speaking of like dirty secrets, if I'm performing and people are there, like I love my Gibson, I love playing it, but if I'm recording, I take my Ovation to the studio. As a professional, as a professional tool, it's where it's at, dude.
Man,
they're great guitars.
They really are.
But how that relates to the reptiles, so like I actually have more joy figuring out how I'm going to get to the guitar or how I'm going to get to the reptile than once I already have it. I'm this guy that's like constantly searching versus just really embracing what I have, and I'm working on that. I think it's a fault. I don't think it's a great thing. But so I don't know what my dream, like if I had $1 million, like I think I'd be bored if I had $1 million to spend on reptiles. I don't know what I would do. But the thought of working for 5 or 8 years to get the goal, that gets me off, man. I'm into that.
If I had $1 million to spend on reptiles, I'd have so many ball pythons.
Because, I mean, like, whenever, we could talk about this too, but, like, whenever you showed me that Skittles morph, I was like, all right, that's the one. I need that.
I don't know the exact name of it, but that's how my wife found it, and I always called it the Skittle morph. That's how I know how to look it up. I don't know if that's like, or what, but it's beautiful.
Is it like an albino of some kind, like a candy kind of color?
Hold on.
It actually has a red eye and a black eye. It's pied, paradox, and a few other things, but I can't remember all the genes in it.
Man, I gotta write that down.
Give me 1 second. I get her pulled up.
He's actually going to show you a photo of it right now.
Nice.
Let me turn the other screen back on. There we go. There we go. And there. And that way I can still talk to you guys and share screen.
Should be about there.
Boom. There we go. And let's put it on full screen.
So you can notice that it has, like, there's different ones. Like, there's that yellow and black one up there. There's the one on the side that has more of a whitish, like, peaches, orangish kind of tone to it, like, with the black. But they have one red eye and one black eye. And, like, I can't remember the genes in it, but that's how I look it up. So,
is that the same snake at different points in its life, though? I mean, look at that spot on its head in the same place, no?
It actually might be. I don't know 100%, but I know this. Once you have, let's just say you have a male and a female, and you mate them together. It's not. I believe a one you can actually reproduce.
No, the paradox. I'm sure somebody's written on it that knows way more than I do. There's something called a chimera, and I don't know how that works, but it's basically two snakes that didn't separate into twins fully, and you get a half and half.
I'm pretty sure that's what that is. I'm pretty sure that's what that is.
No, I haven't seen that. I gotta learn more about that thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we looked it up and read on it, and I'm pretty sure it's a chimera of some sort.
Right, but it is still so beautiful. I mean, if you could even just have one and spend your life with one, like, that would be the one I would tame the most. Like, that would be the one, like, right now, I'm not saying I hate my other snakes, because don't get me wrong, ball python love, but the only one that I could wear out right now is Otis. Like, he's the only one that's chill enough that I could take out to, like, the store and get kicked out with, or, something like that.
I hadn't thought about it. I guess if I found one that I saw that I couldn't actually create, like Jose, to your point, it's a paradox, and BPL, genetically you couldn't reproduce it, and there it existed. You can only buy it. You can't make it. Yeah, that's what I'd do if I had more money than God. Otherwise, I'd be working to make him.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're like one of the few people that has one, like that would be my channel snake. Like that would be like everything moving forward for a long ass time.
Oh, that's guaranteed views and followers right there. Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's definitely one of a kind.
But if anyone has, like, let's just say $29,000 they want to lend us to get one, because that's how much they cost, I'd really appreciate it.
So, yeah, check that out. Yeah, it is, hold on, I'll pull up in a second. There, yeah, it's Paradox albino piebald silver streak chimera.
Man.
Right, but you see the traits in it right there. It says Paradox, super pastel, piebald, black pastel, albino. Now go down to the price. Go down to the price. Keep going. Let's see that price.
39. It's gone up.
Does anyone have 40,000 I can borrow?
Well, go back down to the description real quick. Go down to the description real quick again. This is, it says it's produced 5 more paradoxes, man. 4 with 1 pink eye and 1 black eye. That's crazy. So this thing is reproducing somehow.
Okay. Well, sweet though, but like I don't have 40 grand to buy a baby.
No, I don't have any portion of that to go in on with you either. No.
No, I feel it, man. That's a lot of money.
That is a cool snake. I agree.
Yeah, that is a lot of snake.
Man.
So I do this monthly series. I've only done 3 so far because it's monthly, but it's super obnoxious. It's called the coolest ball python in the world, and I put one out each month. Man, I might have to do that on Skittles. I'll do the next episode on Skittles.
Dude, well, I'll definitely check it out. Hell yeah, because I subscribed to your channel. I watched one video today. I didn't have much time to watch too many, so I'll definitely check out more tonight. And yeah, did you make it? I'll watch it.
Nice, I appreciate it. Yeah, there's 3 up there now already of the coolest ball python in the world.
And that leads us to the next question, really. So let's see, what's the next video you got planned for your subscribers? Like, you don't have to tell us, like, give us like a little hint, but you ain't gotta like physically tell us.
No, I'll tell you. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say really quick, where's everybody going? Come on, we got to get more people up in here. We're showing off snakes and stuff tonight. This is what the reptile community is about. Come on, share this shit out. Get more people up in here. You know what? I'll say it right now. If we get 20 people in here in the next, hour, I'll give you guys an hour. You guys get 20 people up in here, I'll do a $25 giveaway. How about that?
You heard it.
There it is.
There was about 15, 16 people at first, and maybe somebody else is live right now.
No, actually, Venom is live right now with Cold Blooded, and TNT Ball's live every Thursday and Sunday, and he's live with Jack Hill, or Hill Jack.
I think Hardwick is live tonight on Sunday nights too. Chris Hardwick.
He normally comes to hang out with us. Like, he subscribed to me and BPL.
Yeah, he subscribed to me too. Yeah, he's a good dude.
I got him to join the live for Jose, though. I got him up there. I'm like,
really?
Come on, dude. Yeah.
Oh, man, I got to
We
try
got him
and
on live.
connect with him. Oh, that's cool. Hey, Luke, thank you for the sub, brother. I really appreciate it, man. I don't know if you're still on or not, but thank you.
6
So-
people in the house. Oh, yeah.
So the next video, to be honest, I'm going to probably pirate this one and just do a little intro and explain kind of how we all made this happen, or you all made it happen for me. Pop that up. But otherwise, you know, Jose, you were talking about Tube Buddy the other night. Excuse me. I spend, I don't know, maybe an hour, 2 hours a week just trying to explore keyword topics that it gives me high ratings on, that I have an interest in, and then I'll back into them. So, like, I did a series on, like, adult, full-grown. I'm going to do a sub-adult video of, like, hatchlings get all the love and adults get all the love, but what about in between, and sort of a buying strategy for why it makes sense to buy sub-adults. So I'll probably do that. And then a lot of it's just going to be kind of some vlog kind of stuff of, like, all right, how do you pack up a ball python collection, get it from North Carolina to Jacksonville, Florida, and do it fast and make sure that, you know, they're safe on one end and they're going to a safe place on another end. I think there's a gold mine of videos in there. So that's probably the next month or two of stuff, I think.
Okay, cool. Heck yeah.
Yeah. And the monthly coolest ball python in the world. I can't even say it with a straight face. It's so tongue-in-cheek and, like, bombastic, but it's fun, man.
You see, and that's where a lot of people mess up is, like, you know, you can't always be making videos just for the subscribers because, like, yeah, that's what, I mean, at the end of the day, it is about the subs, but you have to have fun while you're making these videos, too. So every now and again, I'll make that one video that, you know what I mean, that I want to make versus what the people want to see.
Well, and a lot of it comes down to, like, what the point is. And so, like, for somebody, it could be get 1 million subscribers, get monetized, and make YouTube my living. But for me, it was always to try and bring credibility. Well, two things: to try and bring credibility to any hatchlings that I produce so that I could sell them. So if those are just advertisements for future proper royal sales, cool. But the other thing was to kind of, I know it sounds goofy, but to make a digital journal of this family hobby, and then now making friends and connections and all of that. Like, it's like an old school photo album, except here it is on the internet for forever. And God forbid, I hope not, but I don't want to get run over tomorrow. But if I do, maybe my son's got videos of dad or whatever. I don't know. I don't want to overthink it, but there's that part of it too for me. So the monetization, yeah, I kind of want to figure it out, and I'm enjoying learning. But if I get there, when I get there, I'll get there.
So, like, you probably remember. So, how old are you, by the way?
I'm 41, man, and that's weird for me to say, but I am 41.
See, we're pretty close in age then, because I'm 30, and BPL, you were 32.
Yeah, I'll be 33 this year. December
So you
19th.
would remember, like, back in the day, like, whenever we'll say, like, the 90s, like, you know, we were big into, like, making time capsules and things like that. So that was really
stuff in the yard. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the same thing, but now we're doing it in a digital format.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is.
So imagine that, like, right now, like, you know, if I'm hitting what Josue's saying, it's like, you know, let's just say 20 years down the road, you know, who knows who's going to stumble across this live stream and watch this actual video. And, you know, it could be even 5 years from now, and people will be like, oh, shit, I need to go, proper royals. I need to go check his shit out. I need to go over there and check, you know. That's the cool thing, like, because we never delete a live. You know what I'm saying? Like, we leave it up there for everyone to see. It might be 5 years from now in game 1 or 2 from that live. But you know what? Like, I have fun in the moment. Like, hopefully, you know, like you joined and you were part of this community. Now I consider you 100% part of the community. But, like, you know, you start joining in on the lives, you were chatting and whatnot, and you're like, hey, I have to go, well, you know, work. And it was all good, you know, and look, tonight, dude, we're all hanging out, having a good time. And, you know, and people need to realize, like, reptiles, yes, they get a bad name, but they're not bad. Like, we were holding snakes, and nobody got bit, not once.
Exactly.
And the one that hits me a lot is Aries. and that even he didn't bite me. I was waiting for it.
You know, I'll never be the person to go, it's not this, it's that. No, nobody needs an enemy or anything like that. But there are plenty of pets that are owned on every street corner that are far, far more dangerous, statistically, physically, all of that to the public than snakes. Yeah.
I could actually get a gorilla here, a silverback, if I really wanted to. Are you kidding me? Like, so it's okay for me to get a gorilla or a tiger or anything like that, and that's all good. Like in Nevada, it's all good, but I can't have certain venomous reptiles because they might kill me. No. My tiger ain't gonna jump the fence, go eat everyone down the street. No, it's all good.
Right. Yeah. And there's a million examples like that. And I own dogs. I'm a dog lover. Not to pick at anything or pull back anything painful, but BPL, you had the perfect example. Like, that happens more often than snakes do any harm to anybody. Like, in a 3-person conversation, 2 of us know somebody where I was like, oh shit, yeah, and my cousin, that had happened to them.
Yeah.
None of us are saying, that happened to me because of a python or even your pygmy rattlesnake or snapping turtle or anything else, So I know it's a dangerous road to go down, and I don't want to turn things negative. But yeah, there's a weird stigma that that it's an uphill fight, man, unfortunately.
Yeah, we really need to make the name of the, any reptile. It doesn't matter, if you're just, once again, my name, ball python love. That doesn't mean that I don't like other snakes. That doesn't mean I don't like lizards. That doesn't mean, what I'm saying? Like, just because I want to breed and all that down the road with ball pythons, but that's my main goal. Like, that's what I want to do. But I still like my savanna monitors. I still love my fucking boas. I still love, anacondas. Like, it doesn't, garter snakes, it don't matter what it is. Like, I love a lot, even my frog, like, I have a Pac-Man frog, like, it's not a reptile, it's an amphibian. Like, same shit, like, I love animals that I want to have. Like, I'm not saying that, like, just because I don't have it, I don't like it. But, like, you have what you have because you like it. There's something about that animal, like, that drives you. But people need to stop looking at reptiles that, like, the biggest thing that gets me is, oh, wow, they're slimy, right? When you touch them. Like,
oh, right.
Who said anything slimy? Who said anything was slimy? How about you touch the damn steak? The way the ball pythons feel, especially, like, they feel so smooth in your hands, especially if you have perfect shed. Like, I've never yet really had a true bad shed, except for with Odin when I was dealing with him. But now, like, everyone comes out in the smooth shed. Everyone's just, like, scales, like, they're all super smooth. You can go the opposite way. It doesn't, like, prick up, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the scales prick up on the way up. Like, there's such, and, like, people need to get over, like, the whole negativity about reptiles because it wasn't the reptiles that caused the bubonic plague. I'm sorry, it was the rodents that I feed off.
Yeah.
True
Just saying.
Even right now, there's cases of that still here in the world.
Yeah.
Like, I find that funny, but it's crazy. Freaking bubonic plague. That's crazy.
All right, Josue. So what's next on your? Well, I think you said maybe earlier you couldn't say yet. What's next on your reptile list?
Dude, well, as far as ball pythons, I don't want to say nothing about that yet because I'm definitely getting some more of those. But
come on, man.
We gotta. That's between us. Like, we always talk about that, like, another time.
See, I would tell you. I told you the next year the ball python I was gonna get. It was the next snake that I'm gonna get that I don't want to say because it's not something that's the ball python.
Well, see. Now, as far as, like, the ball pythons, like, I feel like my next one, I want it to either be some kind of pied of some sort or either the bell. Because I really like the all-white snake, like, for whatever reason. Like, they just, and their eyes, to me, just looks freaking amazing. But as far as, like, the next snake I'm probably going to get, like, I haven't really told anybody too much. But I've been doing a lot of herping, like, in the past, like, 2 or 3 weeks or so.
Yeah.
So we like down here in South Georgia, we have pretty much a mixture of all kind of different stuff. So I want to catch a copperhead of some sort because I like those a lot. Because like the camo pattern, like the desert camo pattern that they have, is real cool looking, and they're different kind of snakes because they're pit vipers.
Yes.
So you got the Eastern Diamondback here, which is a really cool rattlesnake, and it's the largest one in the whole world. But they're kind of hard to find just because they are technically, well, they're not technically endangered, but the Eastern indigo snake is endangered, and they eat the rattlesnake. So technically, it's less of them there because they all live inside of the same gopher tortoise holes.
Yeah.
So and we're in the gopher tortoises are really pretty much endangered too. So it's kind of hard to come across rattlesnakes and stuff. But I'm definitely going to try to find me either a copperhead or either try to come across the Eastern Diamondback. And that's going to be like my main thing with the channel, something I can work with. But I may not be able to get one while I'm still here in Georgia because, if I move to Florida, the whole laws on reptiles and everything else is insane. You got to have permits. You got to have hours to work with a particular kind of species and all that stuff. So, I mean, of course, I'm always want to do things the legal way. Not saying you can't have that animal.
Right.
I'd rather have it legal and do it the right way.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you on that.
But as far as non-venomous snakes, I definitely want to come across, what was it I was looking up the other day? A Crebo.
I don't know what that is.
They are, it's pretty much like an indigo snake, but from South America. They're colubrids they're in the Drymarchon family. So you got there's Eastern indigo, you have a Texas indigo, and when you go further south, you got the black-tail Crebos, there's yellow-tail Crebos, and a couple other things, but they're pretty much the closest thing to a cobra what you can have here in the U.S. for a non-venomous species of snake.
Got it. No, very cool, man.
But that's what I want, man. If I can come across one of those, but dude, they're expensive. Like they get just like ball pythons. Like an Eastern indigo, if you can get a permit to have one, they're $6,000.
Really? And so they're venomous, I take it?
No, they're non-venomous, but they're just they're endangered species. And
I gotcha.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to get it because they have to check state laws and all kind of stuff before they even.
That's all black market stuff, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but Florida, they have one of the biggest distributors of those particular types of animals. It's called Black Pearl Reptiles, and they sell those animals specifically. But like I said, they do it legally. So
yeah, but it's $6,000 a pop.
Yeah, the Crebos are way cheaper. They can be like $1,200, $800, depending on if you want a blacktail, yellowtail, or something like that. But yeah, and I think the Texas indigo, they sell those as pairs. So you have to get a pair for like $1,200, $1,500.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
It blows my. I was like, oh man, I don't think I'll be able to get one of these anytime soon.
So I was going to tell. I mentioned that 403 fauna earlier. I don't know if they're here anymore or not, but I was going to tell a story about relationships and like among breeders or in the community and keeping up relationships, and actually even about bad relationships, because honestly the guy pissed me off, so I'm not going to say who he was, but this girl here, and BPL, this reminds me of the first pastel that you showed tonight. This girl here is my big pastel breeder. And I'm kind of in the boat that you are. I've kind of given up on her this year. I think she reabsorbed her follicles, but maybe she's got another one. Maybe she's got some eggs in her still. I'm not sure. So
yeah, I get mine, man.
Well, body condition looks a lot fuller than mine. See how this one's already kind of got the sunken stomach? Like I think she's going to be ready to put on some weight here soon. But so anyhow, I buy this snake off a morph market just as a female pastel. And by the way, to your point on your pastel where you were saying the one you thought wasn't, look at the bright colors and the contrast still on this one. There's 403 fauna. So I was like, man, this is a gorgeous pastel. And yeah, pastels are a dime a dozen, but I still think it's gorgeous. It's a big breeder and it was the right price for me. because I try to be strategic about what I buy, and I watch my money and that stuff, and I didn't really have a whole lot of play money at the time. So I buy this girl, and I follow the breeder. I start following, just being a good person in the community. I press like, and I follow the breeder on Facebook. So like month and a half, 2 months goes by, and I'm just following him. And out of the blue, he pops up one day and he goes, "Hey, I'll buy that girl back from you." And I was like, "What are you talking about, man? I got breeding season right around the corner. She's full grown. This is what I bought her for now. She's not for sale." That's all the guy says. He doesn't explain anything to me. He doesn't say why he wants to buy her back. Just real shady. I didn't know it was shady at the time. So then I'm watching him, and I guess he doesn't know that I follow him on Facebook. He shows the clutch from her clutch last year that hatched, and what pops out but these kryptons. And so kryptons are a het cryptic and a het clown are one of the few sets of hets that if you put them together, they'll make a visual that's different than or it's like a candy and a toffee will make a toffino. So he had discovered that, unbeknownst to him, she was het for cryptic the whole time. And this is a new project that Billy's working on, and that Garrick DeMeyer's got going, and a few other people, and they've just started to figure out that it's a really strange gene. So then the guy, like I say, I won't talk about it, but in the business end of it, he'd already pissed me off a little bit. Then he comes back and goes, "Well, I'll buy her back," but doesn't explain why he wants to buy her back. But because I still followed him and showed support in the community, I got to find out that this girl is cryptic, and I have a male clown who's the only one that bred with her. So this year, I'm hoping she has an egg or two somewhere in there. I don't think she's going to go, though. But
that's keep trying. Just keep trying. That's
yeah, I'm not gonna pair her again until I get down to Florida. But just keeping up with breeder relationships, with all the hets not being visual that are that you don't know are out there. Keep up with whoever you buy snakes from, because you never know what pops up in their collection, man. 403 Fauna, you're right, that was a score. And BPL, you were saying like you had one that you were for sure was het for something, but a few others you couldn't remember. If you breed that, and then like you say, it gets down to 50%, then possible, then who knows, and you lose track of it. It could pop up, man, and there's just value scores. So anyhow, this girl, my wife wanted to name that girl Maui because that's where she says we're going once we sell the babies after after that clutch. Yeah. But her name's Jenny. That's Jenny right there. So, but that's the story about Jenny and the breeder relationships and keeping up with them.
Oh yeah, man, that's dope.
Heck yeah. Freaking lit. So we got our boy J&G. He told us why. That's where everybody's at tonight. He says, cause they got Hilljack and Venom and TNT, and everybody's streaming too.
Also, J&G's not blue.
Oh man, how is that a thing? Hold on.
See, I got you, Greg. I got you, bro. Don't worry, I got you.
J&G, he actually, I don't know who live streamer was on. He actually pulled out some copperheads and like that he had just picked up and showed them to us. And he got a real badass gaboon viper feeding video I seen the other day. Like he literally, as soon as he threw the mouse in the cage, the gaboon just grabbed him and just held him in the air and just started yeah. Dude, yeah, in like a couple minutes, the rat was gone. Because I don't know if you know, like gaboon vipers, they have the longest fangs for a venomous snake. And they also have like I think one of the biggest venom yields for a snake. That's why their head is like
quick striking, right? One of the fastest striking.
On top of that too, and
yeah,
freaking super potent venom. Man, I would not want to get bit. But the crazy thing is, like if you look up online if you go buy a gaboon viper, for this to be like such a deadly snake and stuff like that, why is it only $80? Dead serious. They only when I seen them at the show, they were like $120, about a full grown one.
Really?
Blows my mind. I was like, it's crazy.
Second to a king cobra. Jeez.
Yeah, second to the king cobra. Yeah.
So is there any like study? And I'll tell you why I asked this. Is there any studies done? I guess when something's venomous, their striking power doesn't matter. But I was coming home from work one night, and there was a copperhead in the road, and I swerved to make sure I didn't hit it. And then I was like, man, I got my hiking stick in the back of the truck. I'm going to get my stick out and get him out of the road because Lord knows the next person to drive by is going to swerve to hit the thing, you know? So, and it was actually kind of funny. I was wearing my suit, and I think I had a damn bow tie or tie on or something. And man, that copperhead hit my walking stick. It felt like a hockey puck playing hockey hitting that stick, man. I never felt that much power. I mean, don't have much experience with snakes hitting, but that copperhead, like pounds per square inch of force, that's got to be up there. Is there any studies on like how hard different snakes hit?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of scientific studies behind that. I probably need to look into that tonight. That'd be interesting to read up on. But
I'd be interested to know, because I'd put that damn copperhead up against a lot, man. That thing, like I say, like pressure per square inch or focus pressure, it damn near knocked that stick out of my hand, and it was a snake, you know?
Yeah, dude, you should see my boa constrictor when I feed him. Like I have not jumped one time when I feed him, like, because he'll just, he'll be sitting there looking at him, waving the rat in front of him, and he'll look at it, and then he'll kind of go over there, and next thing you know,
yeah,
like, oh shit. I'm like, oh man. So I didn't know that was too loud. Sorry with the clap, but yeah.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it shook the cage.
Yeah,
and he ain't number 4 or 5 feet long, so and a lot of those snakes, like especially the arboreal species of snake, that they have the bigger ones, they got the muscles to keep themselves in trees and hold on to branches and stuff.
Yeah,
like yeah. So I can imagine they strike pretty hard, just like the emerald tree boa and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. They eat birds out of the sky. Like, yeah, I'd imagine so.
So, Josue, how do you keep your feeding schedule? If you got 10 different species of different animals or more, sounds like, how do you keep up your feeding schedule?
A lot of times, like, I've been messing around with different stuff because I tried using the Google Calendar, and I like set like dates in there, like preset dates. Like, all right, feed this animal this day, feed that animal that day. Because the frogs eat every 2 or 3 days, versus the snakes eat, like, depending on the snake. Most of my snakes eat once a week. But I got my first ball python that's only about like 1.5 years, 2 years old. He got a little chunky, so I've been trying to wean him back a little bit and do it like every 2 to 3 weeks to try to, because I've noticed, like, I went from feeding mice to feeding rats. Yeah. And it's huge calorie difference in between that.
Let me plug this. I have a whole video on growth rates of mice versus rats, because I told you I have that one that will only eat mice. And I bought her, and I think it was her brother, but anyhow, at the very, very same time, they're the same size. And one's that orange dream, and the other is just tiny.
Yeah, like, oh man, because they were funny too. Mine were funny too by eating the rats at first. They did not like that at all. But that one, like, that's why I said it, because I feed the small rats, the smallest ones I can get of the female rats, whatever. And I have to feed that one like every 2 to 3 weeks, but he don't get like super. He's lost a little bit of weight, but it's hard to get it off of him once they get kind of chunky.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, my females that are either breeding or that I'm getting up to size, I feed every week. My males, I feed every other week.
Yep, you got to. But the boa constrictor, I want him to be big.
If they don't take within a certain amount of time, then I'm like, all right, you wait till next week.
That's right. Yeah. Yep.
Because I don't like I don't like to pester the animals with it. If they're not hungry, then they're not hungry. But mine, they'll eat in shed or whatever. It doesn't even matter. The milk snake is pretty bad too. Like, he's getting bigger. Like, they just grow so slow though.
And how big is your milk snake? Now they're what, a thin, slim one, almost like built like a corn snake kind of deal.
Yeah, because milk snakes and king snakes are basically the same thing. So they real slender bodied snakes. Yeah. But I mean, he's probably, I would say, about maybe a 1.5 feet long. Not super duper long, but I've had him for like almost 1.5 to 2 years, and he's still super small. He's gotten bigger. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you shed multiple times and all, but he's still super small.
You feed him. What do you feed those?
Since with him being as small as he is, like I'll show it to him in a second. But I've upgraded him from eating like 1 pinky a week to at least eating 2 a week.
Okay.
So, and that's probably what helped his growth rate out a whole lot because he can't take down anything else other than a pinky. Like he's still so small.
Yeah. So he's a real small guy then, huh?
Yeah. Hold on. I'll go grab him for him in a second.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure he should be fine because I fed him like 4 days ago, so he should be getting digested done by now.
No way, it's 2 hours in and Jose hasn't shown any animals, right?
Right? I've showed a few. I mean, shit, I actually have it right now because he keeps trying to get out. I see him looking out and he's pushing on his tub. My cinnamon vanilla again. Low key, my male.
Yeah, man.
He's tiny though. But he weighed in at last time I weighed him on Friday. He weighed in at 539 grams.
Oh, he's on his way. He's just about ready for breeding then, man. He's all set. Hey, J&G Reptiles, if you're still on, what sort of mile per hour does like a copperhead or a rattlesnake hit at? Do you know? It says a gaboon's at 90 to 95 miles an hour.
I think he has some like Western Diamondbacks and stuff like that too. But,
oh, beautiful. Look at that guy. Yeah, man.
See, what I don't like, I think I actually got this from LLL Reptile, I think. But see, the thing is like on his back, you can't really tell. But see, he's more or less all black on his back. Mm-hmm. So I need to solo myself. Let me do that so you can see a little bit better. Solo layout. There we go. All right. So if you look on his back, you can't really see his red banding and stuff like that if you look on him on his actual back area. But on the sides is where you see a lot more red on it.
Oh, yeah.
So, but these guys, like, they mimic coral snakes. So that's the reason why I got them at all, because I wanted to get a king snake of some sort. And he's freaking out. But they really they're super cool snakes. Like, I like them a whole lot. But like I said, as you can see, he's not, like, super duper big. Maybe.
Yep. Got some audio going on. Who?
That was me.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if it was on my end or I was creating it or what.
Real good close up. And I'll let you see. I can grab some of my ball pythons and stuff and bring out and let you see him. He's real cool too. I'm so low real quick.
So mine's about to eat from my hand, I think.
Oh, geez, here we go.
I'm actually holding her in my hand while holding the mouth of the rat. So I'm hoping. I don't think she'll take. Come on, take it from my hand. Take it from my hand. No, she ain't taking it from my hand.
Oh.
You guys want to see live feeding though? Once Jose comes back?
Yeah, man.
So those my 2 ball pythons that I have, they are just normal, so they're not anything like super duper special.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
like I said,
Show me real quick.
so this one I actually got as a rescue from somebody.
Mm-hmm.
They had him for a little while, and he wasn't real good. He wasn't real well taken care of. And you'll see in a minute. I'll show you. They used to just throw rats out of the cage.
Show me. Just really quick, just show me. Show me, please.
Hold on. Let me exit out of this. Exit solo. And other one. This one and solo.
Hopefully you guys see him right there.
Oh god, that was quick.
Gone.
That's how, like, oh, I'm trying to catch it.
Yeah, he smashed that.
Oh shit, let me get that back on there. Wasted no time, man.
Wasted no time.
My bad. I just wanted to show that on live.
We got it though.
I know he does frozen thought feeding, and both of you do, but like.
Let's see if we can. Let's move this to. Cool. All right, so let me see here. So basically, they used to throw the rats inside of the cage. Like if you see, like over here, where my what finger is this? My other hand. Where is it at? Turn around, snake. But yeah, so
You got chewed up some.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of scarring and all when he's got bitten by rodents and things like that.
Yeah.
And when I got him, he was super anorexic. Like this snake was literally on the verge of dying when I got him. Like he probably hadn't eaten in maybe 2 or 3 months or something. Like I don't know. But now, I mean, you see he's gained weight back, and dude, he's a freaking huge snake. I mean, for like as far as the ball pythons that I've had,
yeah,
they ain't quite as big as y'all's though. But he's growing.
Oh no, he'll get there, and it's really cool. And like I say, you never know, man. Like you might breed him one day, and something incredible pop out just from things being het that you can't see. That are recessive versus dominant.
And like another thing I try to work with, like BPL was saying, like making sure they're not headshot. Like, fingers go. Yeah, I try to like at least not really touch them on the head, but I like to rub them underneath their face.
Yeah.
And try to get them like that. But this guy's probably hungry because they haven't eaten this week, so I probably need to feed them all. But that's gonna be tonight's job. I'm gonna feed all the snakes. I was supposed to do it yesterday. I just didn't have time to do it, but we're going to do that today. Gonna throw them all out.
I could actually do one more. If you guys truly want to see, I know who would take food instantly. That's why.
Yeah, I'm not hurt by it for sure.
But we could also make another video about it tomorrow. That'll be my next video, I guess. Or, depending on how you both feel,
No, let you and Josue make the call, man.
So, another question. How do you feel about being up here, man? I asked you earlier about the nerves and all that. You said you had no nervousness. You were more excited. So, hanging out with us, how's it feel, man? Like, I appreciate you being up here. It's cool as shit.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. I apologize because I'm at the end of a long work week, man, and I'm like, man, I've had 2 beers and I'm fading a little bit, but no, I'm enjoying it. I'll do it anytime you want, man. I really appreciate it, and it's fun, and I feel bad because I'm checking my phone every now and again, but I'm getting interaction from people that were in the chat here and now on my channel, which is obviously what some of it's about too, along with camaraderie and the fun. So that's cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
J&G says, get that feeding going, man.
Yo, hey, so let's hit another intermission real quick, if you don't mind. And this time, actually, you take the break. I'll read off the names. You do what you gotta do. Last time you gave me the break, dude, I got to hit smoke a cigarette real quick, whatnot. I got you. You take the break this time, Josue.
Oh man, I missed some comments. I didn't see J&G said a whole bunch of stuff. All right, give me a second. Oh, you want to see this little guy before we do it?
Oh, who you got there?
This is one of the white tree frogs. I got to feed one of these guys the other day on the camera. But
what do they feed? What do they feed on?
Just crickets. Uh-oh, he jumped.
Oh.
Poor frog. There we go. Now you can see him a whole lot better. But this is him. Oh, other way.
Nice.
So I think they're one of the largest tree frogs in the world. Like, I mean, dude, like when I say he's pretty big, like he's probably maybe 4 inches long.
Are they native to South Florida? I feel like we had some of those like that size in South Florida.
Probably so. Like,
yeah.
I mean, anything could be in Florida.
Well, that's true. Yeah, it doesn't matter if they're native or not. They could be there.
I pull out my Pac-Man frog, but because they absorb a lot of their shit through their skin, I have to go get gloves.
Oh, yeah. What do you feed your Pac-Man?
Right now, I'm waiting for him to eat a frog nugget. He hasn't taken one. He's eating crickets, Dubai roaches, DV roaches, whatever you want to call it,
yeah.
And then waxworms.
Okay. Hey, there you go. He got it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they love to eat, like, on camera, anywhere. They just love to eat in general, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
breed
crickets, or you just had some on hand?
Oh, I keep them. I just keep them on hand. They're really cheap to get. Like, I can get, like, 50 of them for $1.50 from the bait store.
Yeah.
But, yeah, let's see. Go ahead and do your thing, BPL, and put it up on the screen.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, for sure, intermission, go for it. So, these are some people you guys should go and check out. And you know what? Thank you to sExotics. His name should be on this list because you guys are here also. But when he's on my channel, I'd really appreciate you guys show him some love too. But these are people you should go over, subscribe to, turn on your notification bell. They put out really great content on the list. He starts off with myself, Python Live. I really appreciate it. I do put out a video once a day now, and we go live every night with myself and sExotics on Pythons and Exotics. So you guys need to make sure you guys check that out. Have a notification bell on both. Then we got My Animal House. He puts out a lot of frog videos, feeding videos, educational videos. Goes live quite a bit, especially with Iron Dog Reptiles next on the list. They actually have a show together. They actually go Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's 5 on the West Coast. They go for about 3.5 hours on those 3 days. It's kick-ass. You guys need to go make sure you guys have a kick-ass time with them. Then we got Venom Wonderful. He has a bunch of venomous stuff. A good guy. I've had him on my lives plenty of times. Good guy over there. You guys need to definitely check him out. We got Derek's Reptiles. This guy is no joke. Like, he has some of the best, like, high-end, like, interviews that you could believe of, like, of YouTuber status. Like, it's dope. Dude, you guys need to definitely check out Derek's Reptiles. Then we got Kurt Wood. He has a bunch of ball pythons as well. He likes to show dicks on his channel. Just joking. It was a kidding joke. Anyway, Kurt Wood's a really good guy, real good brother of mine. Him and I have actually each other's numbers. He's a good guy. Puts out really good content. We got OSMR Balls. He'll eventually come on live, wait for his Wi-Fi, but he has good collection of ball pythons as well. Same with Not Lou Exotics. Those two actually know each other. Albert's Exotics, haven't seen him lately. J&G Reptiles, he's actually Greg in the chat tonight. I appreciate that guy. He's really good supporter. Alberto Arreo, good guy as well. He has 2 red pythons and Pac-Man Frog, KY Constrictors, which is Rob. Very good guy. He goes live every other Tuesday. We got Hilljack. He's Hilljack's live. He's actually live right now with, if I'm right, TNT Balls, and we're actually about to have TNT Balls with the guest on Tuesday. Then we got Desert Wolf Armory, good guy. He has a bunch of venomous shit going on over there, cool shit. Then we got Reptile Feedings. Reptile Feedings is a very cool guy. We had him on the live. We had him as a special guest one night. You guys haven't checked it out. You guys need to go back and check the live out. Dude's really fucking cool. We got Spider Mom, 1978. Good person right there. You guys definitely need to go show her some love. She needs it. It'd be awesome for me and you guys to do it. And same with Josue. He'd appreciate it. We got Joe Chandler. He puts out a lot of venomous cages. You guys need to definitely check him out, because if you have venomous and you want to have like good like made cages, definitely go check him out. We also got Cold Blooded Monsters. He's a cool guy. He's actually live right now with Venom Wonderful. If you guys are checking that out, we got Todd Autry. He's a really cool guy. He goes herping a lot, has a lot of knowledge on venomous. We got Pitts Family Constrictors, aka Youper. He goes live every Thursday. He drops videos, I believe, Sundays and something else. I can't remember off the top of my head. We got Reese's Pythons. That's a good friend of mine. Very much love and respect to that guy. We got Roz Reptiles, Chomp Chomp. I've been on his channel. I've had him on my live before, but I got to get him on this show. We got Sherilyn Badcat. She builds anything from anything on her computer. Definitely something you guys need to go check out. And then Patrick's Reptiles, you guys get him to 300 subscribers. He said he would eat a pinky, mouse, or a rat. So definitely go check out those guys. You know, these are people in the reptile community. Some, once again, they're very cool. Everyone on that list is very cool, actually. That whole 300 subscriber thing, though, was weird.
Got one more surprise for you guys.
What you got there?
This is one of my partners.
Yep.
Slithering on the microphone right now. He's wrapped up in here. I'm trying to get you to see his face. Yeah. I love these little guys. This is actually my only breeding project I have going on right now. Because, I mean, they're super cheap snakes, and I don't know if you know, but garters, I don't know if y'all can probably hear me, but the garter snakes have really risen in popularity a whole lot, like, especially, like, recent times. Like, they're starting to come back, so I'm pretty sure these guys are probably going to be worth a pretty good little chunk of money, like, hopefully one day. So, pretty cool little colubras, but they just move around a lot, so it's kind of hard to film them. But, you know, sometime when you get them out, they'll kind of calm down a second. But this one's just a northern garter snake where they just got a little bit of red in them versus I got one, the male one I have is pretty much just all black and white. But you can pretty much tell, like, the difference between the garter snakes, I believe, is, like, on the sides here. If I can get it to focus on it. But I believe you have to count the number of scales in between that little white line that's on the actual side of them, because they got one on the top and then one on the side right here, but you can't really see it because there's like two or three scales in between their belly scales and that first white line. So that tells you the difference in between, like, what I think, like checker garter snakes, plains garter snakes, and like ribbon snakes and different things like that too. Right now, let me go, snake.
Welcome, random products. Do they bite? I mean, any animal. It doesn't matter if it's a dog, cat, whatever. Anything is able to bite you. It's about how much love and respect you show the animal. That's how I look at it.
But the real cool thing about these little guys is that technically they are venomous snakes, but the venom is like such a mild venom it wouldn't really do anything to us. But they're toad specialists, so a toad it can fuck up a toad, in short. But they're rear fang venomous, and on top of that, so I mean, it's not like they can really envenomate you, and unless you have like an allergic reaction to it, like you'd totally be fine. But they don't even really bite at all. Like the only time I got bit by this snake was because I was feeding them. So.
Adam, how are you doing, man?
I am good, man. I'm on my third beer on my Friday night, even though it's everybody else's Sunday night. So I'm enjoying myself. I'm going to give you all a 3 beer limit though tonight. I don't want to, embarrass myself after 3. So I got another segment in me, kind of deal.
Cool.
Josue, you keep the garter snakes in tubs or in tanks?
Actually, in a tank. Keep them both together because they actually do really well, like communally. So you can have like 10 of them together, and they'll live fine if you have something big enough for them.
With the all colubrids or just the garter snakes that way?
Not just garter snakes. There's a few different snakes that you can kind of leave together, but these guys, like naturally in the wild, you can see, like, they're all huddled together in like balls and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just like mating balls, but like they just like to, they just communal snakes. They like to be around each other, just like frogs. That's why I have like 2 of everything. Yeah. Even the frogs, they like to have 2 or 3 of them. Like it's kind of hard having just one.
We got all kind of people stopping by now.
Yeah, we do. Hey, so if we could really quick, can we bring up the whole other one that we met, and I'll actually talk about it?
What are you talking about?
You know how you did the cover, but the other one.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Boom.
So I want everyone to know we have 2 things up here. We got Cash App, which is Ball Python Love. If you guys would like to donate to myself and Josue, we will split the money. It might go to his reptiles. It might go to, insects, whatever he might use it for. Same with me. It'll go towards the reptiles or the channel. Most likely for me, the first few, Josue and I have talked about making a shirt together, so probably getting that ball rolling and get more people, knowing about the show and whatnot. So if you guys could go to Cash App and go to Ball Python Love, that would be awesome. If you guys want to donate, and then if you guys also want to donate to Josue, go to Venmo, and it's right there. You guys write it down, whatever you guys want. You guys want to donate to him and I, that'd be awesome. We'd really appreciate it. It would go straight to the channel or the reptiles or anything we have.
All right. So that brings us to another question. So we're gonna be almost done with this in just a little while. So just hang on with me. Let's see, where was it at? Oh yeah, here it is. Nope,
what's that audio going on?
What do you hear?
It's like a scratching rat is almost what it sounds like.
Yeah,
is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, there he is.
All right, there it is. All right, cool. So, have you so in the reptile community, what I've noticed, recently growing trend is stickers. So, would you ever do you have any stickers, or would you consider getting any stickers, or do you have any merchandise, or would you think that'd be something you'd be wanting to get into in the future?
Yeah, I don't. You're right. Everybody's nuts about stickers, man. And it's not just reptiles. So here in the mountains, everybody's a Subaru nut. You got to have more stickers on your Subaru than your neighbor does or whatever, I don't. I'm not at that point yet, but I think that I will be in a year or so. And if I sell snakes, I do want to, when I do, I do want to have something with it. But it's a little bit off topic because it's not exactly ball python related, but this company is the shirt that I'm wearing is from a company called Kuhl, Kuhl.
Yeah.
Because I work at a resort in the mountains and we sell outdoor gear, Cool will sponsor me to wear their stuff. And like now I'm starting, yeah, man, like it's nice outdoor stuff, man. So then and like their winter stuff is even nicer, like their vests and outdoor gear. So I was like, man, maybe I could like tie in a sponsorship from Cool and then get my proper logo brand on the shirts and make that if I go to shows or if I do these kinds of guest spots or even just in my own videos, always wear Cool and always wear the proper Royals and then get that affiliate branding and link. I don't know enough about that, and I've got a job now, you know, so I never went down that path, but that's all I've really thought about with merch though.
Because the reason why I brought this up, because not only like when we were talking about like the Cash App and the Venmo stuff, like that was another thing me and BPL talked about last night is if we get enough money built up for something like that, we could go ahead and buy a whole bunch of stickers and do giveaways, you know, send out all the people that come to our live stream, send them out stickers and all. And even if we do like, say if we want to go buy some of My Animal Houses or Iron Dog Reptile shirts, their Iron Animal Show shirts, we can wear those on, you know, purchase some of those, wear them on our live streams and stuff like that. And, you know, we pass around even more publicity for everybody. Like, so, I mean, we were definitely thinking about getting into that. So, you know,
yeah, we got to make a shirt though for the show and call it, you know, of course, pythons and exotics. But like we talked about, dude, we got to have the, you know, say it in the front and then on the back, we got to have our YouTube channels on the back and Instagrams. Get that shit rolling.
You know, I would say as long as you got an avenue to get it to people. So again, I'll use the music analogy. Like when I play, it depends. But if there's a place that I know there's going to be a killer crowd that tips and a killer crowd that buys merch, I'll do the show for gas money officially just to get those tips and just to sell CDs. Because, I mean, you could get CDs made if you buy them in enough quantity. You could get the printing and the pressing done for under $1 a CD. So even if you're selling them for only $10 a pop, man, you're making 1,000% on your investment there. And then it's just volume, getting them out as quick as you can, you know?
Yep.
Oh, we got to put this up here. I would definitely I should have made this.
Like everyone else out there, happy Mother's Day. That is a female, of course. Happy Mother's Day.
By all means, yeah. If you haven't called your mother today, you should. And if your mother isn't around to call, you should spend a little time with her either way. And that, moms are pretty damn special.
Yep.
I thought you were going to have like a magic moment, BPL, where we came on the air tonight and you were going to be like, we got eggs on Mother's Day, man. Like I was kind of like hoping for the magic thing, you know?
Yeah, that's what I would have been, but yeah, no.
I was holding out hope. I was like, man, I'm going to be there for it, man. This is what's going to happen here.
Oh, man, that's funny. Yes, that would have been perfect, man. Hell, that would have been perfect. Man, that would have been a good one. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, no, that would have been awesome. But I'm definitely serious about getting some shirts made with Josue and I. I think that'd be dope. It'll actually help spread, you know, our names out there a little bit because when people wear them out.
Yeah. Yeah, especially at shows or conventions or whatever.
Oh, wait, no, you good. Yeah. Y'all keep going. I was just talking about the people in the chat. But yeah, so we're definitely going to be getting some merchandise and we're going to be doing that. So I definitely want to get some stickers made because I think we can make a pretty good sticker with the logo. We're going to like change it up some. Probably going to do that tonight.
So we got to actually I think we should make a logo for the show. Dude, like we have our own personal logo, but for those who watch the show, they can see like, you know, something we have together. I think that would be pretty dope.
But I think, let's see. Oh, last question. Here's the last one. I thought there was one. Well, I think we got, you think you got 2 more questions in you?
I got whatever you want. Yeah, I'm good, man. Doesn't have to be the last.
Because I got to get ready. I got to get ready to do some stuff too because I got to work in the AM. And I still got some meetings and stuff to do. Question. So this goes out Because I know BPL names his. So do you name any of your animals?
Every one of them, man. Every one of them.
So
Absolutely.
actually, I don't name any of my animals. The wife comes up with all their names. All the names except for Remo and Daisy. The rest of them, all of them except for those two, come from some kind of goddess name. So she names them all.
So mine will, sorry, and hey, Solo Butterfly, I see you on there. I think there's some new folks in here. I'm from Western North Carolina, but in the next 2 weeks by Memorial Day, I will be relocating to Jacksonville, Florida. And my Proper Royals channel, just to plug it for a second, is kind of about a family hobby, moving into a family business. Not the family business, but breeding, collecting ball pythons along the way. And then I just share my experiences and our family experiences. So I hope you check out the page. And, but yeah, to answer your question, I'm just outside of Asheville, North Carolina, up in the mountains in North Carolina. So as far as naming our snakes, yeah, it's right on the heels of it being a family hobby. Like, if we get they start as pets and then, they turn into the collection kind of thing. But yeah, we named all of ours, and then we'll do like goofy, like family wagers. Like my son and I will bet something. I'm like, all right, the wager on this is for the next animal that we get, you get the naming rights on, so we'll do like goofy things like that. And then I make all sorts like, one of the snakes we got in the middle of the pandemic, we named him Quentin, but it's Quentin Quarantino. He's a quarantine snake.
I love it. I love it.
Sharonas. I like a lot of rock and roll songs. So like Sharonas from that song, My Sharona. This is Jenny 8675309. That's her. So, yeah, variety of names. And my boy's all into mythology, too, as well, BPL. He has all the gods and the goddesses that he wants to name them.
Reptile Feedings said, damn, you're going to be his neighbor.
Where you at, Reptile Feedings?
I think he's close to, like, Daytona, like, around there somewhere.
Oh, nice. Yeah, man, I'll be in between Jacksonville and St. Augustine. So, yeah, that's not too far. And Solo, you're in Gaffney. Yeah, I drive right through there when I go down to Jacksonville.
And then, like, speaking of, like, this is my boy Reptile Feedings. He told me what he likes to do with naming his reptiles is, because we did an interview with him a little while ago. He likes to let his subscribers name his actual reptiles.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. I didn't think about that. But me, like, I don't know, like, I haven't named all of them, like, I've named a few of them. Like my ball python is what? What? See, that's how I can't even really remember. I know Spaghetti is Spaghetti is the ball python's name is the first one, and then I had I want to say the other one's name was Peter the milk snake. And that was like the only names I came up with for my snake. And then I named my boa constrictor Glock because he's a pistol.
Hey, Sherry.
Yeah, that's pretty much why.
Hey, Sherry, speaking of Mother's Day, my mother is from Guelph, Ontario, not too far from Sault Ste. Marie. Now, I've never been out west to Edmonton, though.
Dude, I love Sherry. Sherry's so cool, man. We was talking about some D&D stuff the other day, and like we got in a whole conversation about some crazy. We nerded out for a good minute.
Mm-hmm. No, I think I end up naming most of mine because of the family stuff. It's just fun for the kid and me and my wife and kid together,
J&G said he named 2 out of 45. Oh, there's one more thing I got to do. Snakezilla, we appreciate you coming by. You seem to be like a new person. If you come to the next couple live streams and you hang out with us, we'll eventually make you blue onto the chat over here. And if you ever want to hop on with us, we can definitely have a chat beforehand. You can have me on a live stream as well. So definitely check out the next couple live streams and you can show and tell us what you think of the whole show and everything.
Just know that we actually switch every night between each other. So the next live stream will actually be tomorrow on mine, but I am actually not going to host tomorrow. I'm actually letting Jose Exotics host tomorrow and Tuesday, because tomorrow really won't work for me to set up a thumbnail and everything. So he actually has, but usually it is vice versa.
And another thing while we're on the topic right now, so if you haven't already, make sure you go subscribe to Ball Python Love. This is my co-host of the Pythons and Exotics show. Like you said, we switch off back and forth, so if you want to stay up to date with the Pythons and Exotics show, you have to be subscribed to both of us. And while you're there, make sure you turn on the notifications as well. And also make sure you go check out Proper Royals' actual YouTube channel. He's our special guest, so I mean, that's kind of rude if you don't. So you need to go check him out. Subscribe to his channel right now. You can come back to the video. It literally just takes a second to even turn those notifications on so you can stay up to date with all his cool ball python videos. So, heck yeah.
Man, thank you very much. You guys, I've said it a couple times in this hanging out tonight in 2.5 hours, but you all have been incredibly gracious hosts, especially to a stranger. Thank you. You're always welcome on my channel as well, and I will make sure that you guys get a lot of love from my channel also.
Dude, I appreciate it. That is kick-ass. Like, honestly, like, I was Way and I just both do this, because, we both have goals in our YouTube, going down this journey together. But that's why we do it every night. We want to show love and respect to everybody. So having you up here, showing, like, people, he made a thumbnail with your name on it, so everyone will know, like, oh, shit, like,
huge.
this guy was, like,
because I wanted to make sure everybody seen it. Because I knew, like, how I was going to lay it all out, and I was like, yeah, we're going to put that up front. So, yeah, I'm going to drop his link in the chat in just a second, so just give me a second, guys. I got you.
Yeah, okay. Just quick intermission. You want to, how many we got watching?
We got 13 people in the chat. Or welcome to the live stream, guys.
Those who have missed it, for Adam over here. He's been a kick-ass guest, by the way. Dude, love the vibe. Everything has been fucking kick-ass. If you could, do you mind playing that intro for him?
Oh, yeah. Do that. Meanwhile, give me a second. Let's talk for just a few more seconds. My computer's like kind of slow, so work with me here.
Hey, those of y'all that took the time to subscribe, thank you so much. Hey, Sherry, on the Instagram, no, I'm the old dude in the room. I'll get around to Instagram before too long, but I don't have a Proper Royals Instagram. I am on Facebook if you want to check it out there. I admit I'm not as good on Facebook as I am on YouTube. I'm pretty committed on YouTube. Facebook, sometimes I'll hit, sometimes I won't. But I really, really appreciate y'all that sub, and it helps out more than you know, and keeps things churning and chugging along for me on YouTube. Nikki, thanks for posting that. Thank you so much.
All right, cool. Okay, thank you. I was working on it. I was going to post like the actual one to his like channel right here. I got it. Boom. So you can click on each one of those, and it should take you straight to them.
Yeah, it should just be youtube.com/properroyals.
Oh, so that's how you do it, man. Because normally I just like go to like the channel page and like just copy the address and just do it from there. Okay, cool. We got that. And let's run this intro one time so you guys can go check that out.
Hopefully you guys like that. Especially you, Proper. Like, hopefully you like it. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I love it. You guys took the time to put my name on there and then my logo up here on the screen, man. That's, like I said, that's huge. And when we were talking before we went on the air, that's why put a little time into making sure the sound was good, and even, you know, as goofy as the headphones look, breaking those out and making sure it's a good quality thing, you know?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. So I think that's pretty much going to be it for today. I don't have any more questions. I think we pretty much went through everything here. So we definitely appreciate you stopping by. And if everyone just come hang out on one of the open mic nights or something like that, we can definitely come in, hang out for like 20, 30 minutes if we want to. You know, a lot of people do that and, you know, just come stop by and say, hey. So we can definitely keep in touch. And, you know, since we're so close, like, we can definitely maybe collab on a video or something, you know, maybe later on down the road. Because we're literally right down the road from each other. That's what I plan on doing with reptile feedings, and me and Venom. We did a little small collab together with the Repticon video. So. Oh yeah. No, man, I'll message you on private on Instagram, and we'll get some details. Because this move is gonna kick my ass. I gotta be back and forth a lot in the next 6 weeks, man. I'll be up and down 95 and 26 for constantly, man. Yeah, it's boring safe
too.
On the road. That's the main thing.
Thank you very much. I will. Hey, look, guys, I can't say thank you more than I guess I already have, or bigger than the word is. But whatever's bigger than thank you, that's what I wish to you all. Thank you very much. Everybody watching, man, my subscriptions have gone through the roof. It's fantastic. It's the best subs day ever, man. Thank you all for it. And I'll make sure that you guys get a bunch of love on my channel as well. And I won't be a stranger. I'll see you soon. I can't do it next week. I got to finish up work strong, but in 2 weeks, man, I'm wide open anytime. Especially, hey, if you need a guest host, if you guys need to take a night off, you want someone to fill in, let me know, man. I'll do it on your channel. I'll do it.
Oh yeah,
appreciate it. We love to hear it, man. That's awesome, yeah, man. We're definitely going to keep you in mind, man. And like I said, let us know if everything's safe with you and you make your trip down to Jacksonville. So
you got it. I'll come see y'all regularly, man. Well, you know, you see me the last couple nights. I'll pop in time to time.
Heck yeah. So let's see. We got a couple more chats. Do we have anything? So, yeah, Sherry. Esther says, "Be safe on your travels." Sherry says she loved the dragons. So who's live next? I don't know who's gonna go live next. Send me a link. Let me know if somebody else is gonna go live. I'll probably hop back on in like an hour or so. I just gotta go feed my snakes and go take care of that. But everybody says safe travels. So. Like I said, we're gonna hit this intro one more time. We're gonna end it off with that, and
before we get that intro though, Adam, staying here. Hopefully, if you don't mind staying here for a minute after you end it.
All right, I got you.
Got it. Cheers, guys. Cheers, everybody. Thank you all.